Welcome to Police Marathons, your daily crime stories to fall asleep to. Before we start, drop a comment with what time it is for you right now and where you're watching from. I want to see how far these stories reach across the world. And don't forget to subscribe for tomorrow's marathon.
What is going on?
Look at me, nobody.
I didn't do anything. I swear. Mom, what's gonna happen to me? What's gonna happen to me?
When Katie Zellmer discovered that her 15-year-old son Aiden and her boyfriend's 10-year-old daughter Kaya were missing, she was understandably panicked. Her fear would grow, especially when only one of the missing kids was found. The nightmare only got worse from there. The resulting investigation into what really happened would reveal unbelievable cruelty and a capacity for violence far closer to home than anyone could have expected. On June 7, 2017, after 11 p.m., Katie made this call to the Thornton, Colorado Police Department.
Yeah, I needed to speak to somebody about my kids that are missing.
You have multiple children missing?
Both kids
My
missing,
son and my boyfriend's daughter.
Okay,
They went for a walk and they haven't come home, and it's now almost midnight, and I've gone driving around looking for them. I can't find them anywhere. They left here around 7.
Do they normally go for this long of walks?
No. That's why we're
Since 7,
concerned.
that's like 5
Kaya and
hours.
Aiden
Something is
hadn't been
wrong.
seen in about 5 hours, and neither of them had a cell phone. The search was on, and every second counted.
And did they say where they were going?
Well, they had mentioned running to the store and coming
5
back.
hours
Which
just
store
to
would
run
they
to
have
the
gone
store.
to? The King Soopers?
Yeah, King Cooper.
It was actually Aiden's twin brother who relayed this information to Katie. When it started to get dark out, he told his mother that Aiden and Kaya still weren't home, kicking off the initial search. Katie
So the
checked
twin
out the
brother raised the
nearby
alarm.
King Soopers,
Okay.
Walgreens, and drove through the neighborhood, but there was no trace of either Aiden or Kaya. Officers responded to the house Katie shared with Kaya's father, Jacoby. Simultaneously, other units combed the
So they all
neighborhood for
living
any
together,
sign of the
okay?
missing kids. Jacoby and Aiden's twin joined the search as well. It hardly took any time at all for the search to pay off, because while officers were in the midst of
Wait,
getting
they
an
already
official
found
statement from
someone.
Katie, Jacoby called with big news. He had found Aiden walking alone. With time ticking away and no clues as to where Kaya had gone, the police hustled Aiden to
So
the
they found
station in the
Aiden,
hopes
but
of
where is
getting more
Kaya?
information about what was going on. They would quickly learn that getting the full story out of him would be no easy task. It's uncertain if Aiden was informed of his rights before the recording of this interview or when he was brought to the station. Colorado law says that
Wait,
unless
he's
a parent or
15, they
lawyer
better
is
read him
present
his
when
rights.
Miranda rights are read, any statements made by a child cannot be used against the child in court. Even though they had permission from Aiden's mother to conduct the interview, it's unclear
the
whether or
legal
not
side of this is
anything
already
said
messy.
here would hold up in court.
I just want to kind of talk to you about what happened tonight.
Alright.
So, can you kind of start from the beginning for me and try not to leave anything out?
Well, I think it would now be the night before.
Okay, here
yeah,
we
the
go.
night
Tell them
before
everything,
last
bro.
night. I had thrown Kaya. She likes Pokemon, so she has like a big deck of like these Pokemon cards, and I had thrown like all of them for some reason, like out the wall and
Wait,
stuff,
you
and
threw
it
your
messed them
Pokemon
all
cards
up.
out.
She was upset when it first happened, but after that, she wasn't upset at all. She said as long as she got some new cards.
Aiden said he didn't have any money to replace the cards, but hatched a plan to
So
go
he
to the
messed up
nearest
her cards,
Walgreens
and now
and
he's
steal
planning
some.
something?
Kaya, he said, wanted to come with. This likely came as no surprise. Kaya was an avid Pokemon card collector and showed off her cards in this YouTube video,
She was just a little
which she
kid collecting
made just
cards,
6
man.
weeks before her disappearance.
Hey guys, so today I have a Pokemon card opening for you guys, and it is the Evolutions version. And this is my first ever pack, and hopefully
Man, she was just a
I
little
will
kid.
be getting more on Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to stay tuned for all my new videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!
Back with Aiden, they asked him for more details about his excursion,
girl had no
hoping that
idea,
even
man.
a tidbit of information would be the key to finding her.
Were you wearing what you're wearing now?
No, I put this on probably like an hour and
Wait, so he changed
Well,
clothes
after I went with the cops a few different places, I put this jacket on.
Okay. How about your shirt and pants? Is that the same?
Yeah, this is the same.
Okay. What was Kai wearing?
She was wearing a Broncos shirt. It was red or blue. I don't remember.
You don't even remember.
According
what
to
she
other
was
family
wearing,
members,
bro.
Kaya's shirt had actually been orange. The description was sent out to the search parties along with an Amber Alert. Police quickly printed out missing posters, which they began putting up around
They gotta
town
find that
while their
little girl,
colleagues
man.
continued to search. Dogs were on the way, but for now, the foot search would have to do. Back with Aiden, the detectives attempted to get a little background on his relationship with Kaya.
How do you guys get
Now
along?
they want to know what this kid was really
When I
about.
first met her, like 8 or 9 months ago, when my mom and her dad started dating for the first time, I got caught high by my mom, and she said
Hey, he
something
just
like,
casually
"Lou
dropped
called
that."
the cops," and I got mad at her and yelled at her.
Aiden shared that this was not the only time he was caught using marijuana and that he still smoked every 4 or
Bro,
5
he's
days.
15 smoking every day.
Have you ever hit Kaya before?
I've never hit any girl before.
Have you ever been upset with her to the point where you wanted to hit
They
her?
already know
The
the
only
answer
time I
to
was
this one.
upset with her enough to like any way express that to her is when I told her when I called her the name.
What name did you call her?
I called her a pig
Bro,
or
what
something.
did you call that little
Police
girl?
would come to find out sooner rather than later that this was just the tip of the iceberg when it came to Aiden's misbehaviors.
Then after that, I just started to get along, and it's been a while since anything like that's
Bro, you literally called her a
been
pig.
happening. So lately, we've been getting along a lot better.
Aiden's willingness to replace the Pokemon cards he damaged seemed to indicate improvement in their relationship. However, getting Kaya new cards
Wait,
turned
he
out to be
damaged her
easier
Pokemon
said
cards,
than
too.
done. Security footage retrieved from Walgreens supported this part of the story, as it showed Aiden and Kaya entering the store just before 7:15 p.m. Unfortunately for Aiden, his plan to steal the Pokemon cards was quickly thwarted.
Bro really tried
They were
to
now
steal
behind
them.
glass as an anti-theft measure. So he revised the plan and loaded up his jacket with candy. He and Kaya exited the store less than 10 minutes later. Aiden said they planned to go to another Walgreens nearby to try again. However, that idea quickly changed.
Bro, just
Originally,
stealing
we were
from every
first just
store
gonna
now.
walk straight down this street and just keep going all the way there. But she said she wanted water, so we went home and got the backpack and got a big jug of water and a cup.
How come you didn't take the backpack the first time with water since it was hot?
We just didn't think about
Bring
it.
water if it's
Aiden
hot
said
out.
that he and Kaya were only at the house for about 5 minutes, just long enough to load up the backpack with water and give some of the stolen candy to Aiden's brother. Then Aiden said they headed out again, destined
So he
for the
stole
second
candy and
Walgreens.
shared it with his brother.
This, police knew,
Wow.
had to be when something went wrong. Using a map for reference, Aiden drew out the route he said he and Kaya took.
You stayed on this side
Yeah,
of
at that
Colorado?
point, because it was the darkest side that we could stay on.
Okay. And why'd you use the darkest side?
Because we didn't want to
Why
get
would you
in
use the
trouble.
darkest
Why
side,
would you get in
bro?
trouble?
I don't know, to be honest. So I've gotten in trouble with like truancy stuff and being out too late and stuff like that before.
Aiden said he noticed that the clouds overhead looked like rain
Bro, why
while
were
he
they
and
walking
Kaya
around
were
in the
walking.
dark?
Not wanting to get wet, Aiden decided to seek shelter under some branches. He said Kaya had other ideas of what they should be doing.
And she was saying like if it doesn't
Wait,
rain
what is a
within
10-year-old
like
about to say?
5 or 6 minutes, I say we get up and start walking home quick so that it does, like we have a chance to get home before it rains. And then I was thinking it was gonna rain a lot, so I was like wanting to sit there and hopefully wait it out.
Bro, you were not just
Were
sitting
you
there
upset
waiting
with
for
her
rain.
when she was wanting to go home instead of trying to wait out the rain?
No, I just thought I just thought we should maybe wait a little bit longer because I just really thought it was gonna start pouring
Bro
and we were
is
just gonna
stalling
get
so
drenched.
hard right now.
After this, his story started to make less sense.
So when you saw that it was going to rain, why didn't you just go into the Conoco? You would have stayed dry in there, right?
Exactly. Why not just go in the
Honestly, I don't
store?
know.
It got even stranger because Aiden said that once it was actually raining, he and Kaya decided they should try to walk home after all. They left the shelter of the trees and headed out into the weather they'd been trying to
Wait, so they
avoid in the
left the
first
shelter
place.
to go into the
We
rain.
started walking and I figured she's right behind me. I just saw her get up and start walking this way with me.
then we get over there and I turn behind me and I just...
So why would she not be walking with you anymore? What happened?
I don't know.
Bro, where did she
I
go
personally, I don't think I did anything to upset her or make her do that, but I never really know, because, you know, I'm sure, like, they've told you how she is. She's a 10-year-old girl. She gets angry over stupid little things.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm being really loud right now because I can.
Okay, I've made such a mess making this. Let me show you. Like, and I even got it on my iPad too. Like,
Wait, what happened to the interrogation?
So, I honestly could have done something that made her mad and not even known it.
Were you in an area where she may have slipped and fallen down into a ditch or something like that? Is that how you may have lost her?
Mm-mm. After I got here and realized she wasn't behind me, I immediately went back this way and... Like, I went back, like, this way. So then I went back into the trail. Like, you went back through this trail and then went into this neighborhood and just started searching around.
Were you calling out her name?
I did a few times, not like, you know, like, straight up yelling it every couple of seconds, but... Like, when I got to the beginning of the street, like, it looked like a big street with, like, dark places, or, like, when I would see, like, kind of, like, an open kind of area, I would, like, just yell.
So, when you mean yell,
Bro,
like...
you were just yelling sometimes.
Were you screaming for her?
It wasn't, like, super, super yelled, but I was yelling at it to where somebody...
To where somebody could hear it?
Somebody could hear it, yeah.
Did you ever think of maybe just knocking on people's doors to tell them, hey, your little sister is lost?
I was thinking about that, but I had no idea what time it was. At the moment, I was really confused. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Aiden said he looked for Kaya for roughly 30 to 45 minutes. He claimed to have found no trace of her, and with no other ideas what he should do, started heading for home.
Jacoby, my mom's boyfriend, Kaya's dad, pulled up and, like, started yelling for me. I ran over and got in the car, and then he took me over to the house, and that's when I started talking to the cops and going back over here with them.
While that seemed to be the end of Aiden's story, the police weren't satisfied.
Yeah, I bet
and
they
kept
weren't
pushing.
buying that story.
Aiden, help us. You're not giving us a whole lot of information. We need to try to find her or find out what happened to her.
And you're not in any kind of trouble. We need your help to be able to find her so we can help her.
Bro, they know he is lying right now.
So it's been about 8 hours since the last time you saw Kaya. Obviously, where you were at, if she were to walk at all, she would run into businesses, right? Where she could go in
she would have found
and tell somebody that she's lost.
Mm-hmm.
If she knows her mom's phone number, she knows her dad's phone number, right?
I don't know, she may.
Okay. So she hasn't called anyone.
Bro, she hasn't called because she can't call.
So what happened to her?
That's still what I don't know.
How do you think Kyla feels? Or Kaya?
Well, wherever she is, probably scared, I'm guessing.
What do you think she would...
She is probably more than scared.
Ask somebody for help?
Probably.
Well, we haven't had that yet.
I honestly don't know what to say about that.
At this point in the interview, it was now nearly 8 o'clock in the morning.
8 hours.
And Kaya had been missing for at least 9 hours. Frustrated by Aiden's lack of concrete answers, the detectives tried to come at the situation from a slightly different angle.
Did she ever say anything to you about wanting to leave? Did she ever say anything to you about trying to get away from you?
Mm-mm.
Did she ever say anything about trying to get away from your mom?
No, because usually she has a good relationship with my mom.
Bro,
she doesn't really talk to me about, like, she doesn't really talk to me about personal things.
Your dad? Her dad?
No, she said she likes her dad.
Okay, so no reason why she would just take off.
Yeah.
Another look at Kaya's YouTube channel
So
seemed to
where is she
depict a
then,
happy relationship within the family, especially between Kaya and her biological brother.
Look behind the wall. Look on the door. Look on the door though. Hurry up. I'll clean it up. Okay, you can go.
So she seemed happy before all
Are we going to be able to find her?
I hope so.
Unfortunately, it seemed police were no closer to locating Kaya than they were before talking to
Bro,
Aiden.
they got nothing after
Acutely
all that.
aware that Kaya could be hurt or in danger, the police knew that every second could spell the difference between a happy reunion or a tragedy.
Were you guys out car hopping?
No.
Car hopping, as the police call it, is going around the neighborhood looking for
Car
unlocked
hopping,
cars
wow, that's a new
and
angle.
taking anything of value found inside. When the police talked to Aiden's twin brother, he suspected that this was the real reason Aiden and Kaya were out walking.
Why did you have the backpack then?
Who, me and Kaya?
Mm-hmm. Kaya's gone car hopping with you before,
So
right?
they were out stealing from
I
cars
think
the
way
whole
in the
time.
past.
Yeah, we're
but-
talking about the truth today, right?
Yeah, like way in the
So
past.
were you guys
so-
car hopping?
No. We definitely were not. And I swear to God, swearing and everything.
Aiden, look at me, buddy. You're not telling us the truth.
As it turned out, the police
Bro,
had
they been
solid
knew he was
evidence to
lying
prove
the
that
whole
Aiden
time.
wasn't telling them everything. Why and what this meant in regards to Kaya's disappearance remained to be seen.
I don't think you guys are hearing what I'm saying. You guys think I'm going out, that I was going out doing illegal
Bro,
stuff,
they
but I
literally
told you
caught
guys.
lying already.
Okay,
Stop.
what I want to...
Like, I told you guys that.
Let's keep our eyes focused on what the most important thing is right now, okay?
Yeah, finding
The
that little
most
girl is
important
all
thing
that
right
matters
now
right
is to find Kaya.
Well, we should be doing that. Like, you guys think I know where she's at or something.
We have all kinds of officers. We have dogs. They are out looking for her.
Well, how? I don't know where she went.
Bro, you literally
If I
just
had any
said
clue,
you
I would
were
already
walking
given
with
it
her.
to you by now.
Did you do something to Kaya?
Why would I do anything to Kaya?
I just asked you a question. Why would you ask me a question back? Did you do something to Kaya?
detective-
No,
Flip
I
that on him
didn't do
real
a single
quick.
thing to Kaya.
You ever have homicidal thoughts?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so somebody who told me you've had homicidal thoughts before, are they lying about
Wait.
that?
They just
I've
dropped
never had a
homicidal thoughts out of
homicidal thought.
nowhere.
How do you feel right now?
I'm pretty angry, to be honest. Well, I'm getting here completely accused of doing something to her or something.
Bro, you
I
literally
asked
lied
you
like
just
5
the one
times
time
already.
if you did something right. Did I ever ask you, or did
For the past,
Detective
like-
Martinez ever ask you if you did something?
The past whole time we've been talking, you guys have been saying I'm lying about stuff.
Are you worried for Kaya?
Bro, you literally
Quite
have been
frankly,
lying,
I'm worried
though.
for myself right now. I'm worried for her and myself.
Why are you worried for yourself?
Because I'm in a bad situation. It looks bad as hell. Nobody knows where she
He said
is,
he
and
worried about himself,
everybody
not
thinks
her.
I have something to do with it.
Realizing that they were getting nowhere, the detective stepped out to get another map. They planned to start over and have Aiden go over the route he took with Kaya from the beginning.
They need to go back
After
to the
Aiden
beginning.
came back from a quick bathroom break and was updated on the plan, he clearly was not a fan.
Come see if you can be really fast with you, okay?
Alright. They're straight up accusing me. Told them 7,000.
Aiden was left alone and in the midst of his family's
knows this
panic
looks bad for
appeared
him.
to try to get some sleep. He didn't have long to rest though, because 25 minutes later the detectives were back with a fresh map and a new interrogation technique.
Do you care about what your mom thinks?
Like, what she thinks about me?
Just in general.
Oh, they
on
switching
how
up
she
the strategy
feels?
now.
I used to, but it's kind of at that point where I kind of feel like worrying about myself.
Well, to let you know, she's a nervous wreck right now.
Yeah, I know.
Wondering where Kaya's
He
at,
said he used to
and
care about his mom, bro. That's cold.
she wants to find her. Wants to find her. Jacoby wants to find her.
Yeah, I can't imagine how Jacoby feels.
How about you?
He only worries
I'm
about
not
himself.
gonna.
That's
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I really want to find her because this is just a really bad situation. But it's not something like, you know, I'm gonna put all my heart.
Bro, you just
like,
said you really want to find her now.
Something
You're
that makes
backtracking.
me hurt so bad that it's not something like that. Like, it hurts the fact that I lost her and she's out there by herself. But it's
He
not
said,
like
lost her, not we
super
lost
like
her.
nerve-wracking for me.
So it probably wouldn't bother you if we found her or not?
No, it would bother me, but it's not like say for somebody that's closer to her, it's going to be a lot harder.
Well, I want you to know, we've already
Bro
had
said it doesn't hurt
officers
him that
all
bad.
throughout that
That's
area,
wild.
Aiden, with dogs. You know how dogs work, right?
I'm guessing they sniff.
I mean,
like
they're going to be able
hers
to pick up her scent
quick.
a lot quicker.
That was the crux of the issue police were having. The dogs weren't consistently picking up Kaya's
So the
scent
dogs
along
couldn't
the
even
route
find her
Aiden
scent. That's
traced.
bad.
There were only two explanations. Either every single one of the dogs was having an off day, or Aiden wasn't telling the truth, a possibility that was far more likely. Something else the police discovered undercut Aiden's story even further.
There's an officer that went to the Walgreens.
don't
You
lie,
know they
bro.
have
It's over
cameras,
for 'em.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They checked the cameras. They didn't see you go into the store.
I had went in. Hey, I'm not sure what I have to do for you guys to
Bro,
prove that.
the
Like, you
cameras
guys
already
can.
caught you lying.
Could she
I'm just-
check
I'm
other
just-
times or?
Yeah, I'm
is
just
that-
telling you. They checked from 5 o'clock this evening, which we know that you hadn't left yet, all the way up until 11 o'clock tonight. And they didn't see you and Kaya go into the
Cameras
store.
got him. That's a wrap.
Please note that the detective is talking about the second Walgreens that Aiden and Kaya tried to go to. Where they'd actually gone instead still wasn't clear, since Aiden wasn't talking. However, security footage from somewhere
The
else in
cameras were
town
about to
would offer a
expose
hint.
everything.
This was just the first of many holes in Aiden's story. Earlier, he told police he'd been wearing the same outfit earlier in the day, including his shoes. The detectives weren't so sure.
And then you
The shoes,
had
bro.
said
They
earlier
caught
that you guys
every
had
little
cut through fields, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then it rained, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, your shoes don't have any mud on them.
The detective is catching every single lie, bro.
Did you change your shoes at all?
No.
Aiden complied when the police asked him to take off his jacket, which he said he wasn't wearing earlier, to take a close look at his outfit. However, the security
catching
footage
every
from the
single
first
lie this kid
Walgreens
told.
clearly shows Aiden wearing a sweatshirt. The inconsistencies in his version of events just keep piling up.
Your behavior has not been normal around other people that know you very well. Okay? So you need to make sure that you're telling us the truth.
They are building
If
up to
something
something
bad
big
happened to
right
her,
now.
like if we found her and something bad happened to her, I wouldn't know what to do with myself, but
What do you think?
I just hope we can find her okay.
The questions
Bro,
the
you
detectives
already said it
asked
wouldn't
next
bother
gave
you
a
that
pretty clear
much.
suggestion as to their spine-chilling theory on what happened to Kaya.
If you wanted to hurt somebody, how would you hurt them?
I would always fist fights. And that was really the only way I would hurt somebody. But I haven't gotten in
Bro, you changed your shoes and your clothes.
much of anything.
You
Like
were
the
lying.
I think I've only gotten in one fist fight in the past month or two. What happens now is I'll push all the anger down, and when it comes out, it'll come out in a cry,
Bro, just
and then I'm
admit it.
done
He
with
bottles
it.
up rage.
It'll come out with me being by myself. To be honest, I'll usually cry for a little bit, and then I'm not mad anymore.
More information about Aiden's history would come out very soon. For now, the police stayed focused on the most important
they're about to
aspect
dig
of the
into his
case,
past now.
Kaya.
Aiden, you're a smart kid. Right? people just do not vanish in thin air. That's in the movies. That doesn't happen in real life.
Exactly.
Okay, so there's an explanation as to what happened and where she's at. And I think that you have the keys and the answers to that to help us find her.
Can we be done with this conversation now? I've told you guys everything like 7 times.
Bro, you have not told them
Like, I
everything.
get your
And we all
frustration,
know
but it's just frustrating me.
Do you think she's frustrated?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why.
Because she's somewhere without the people she wants to be with. She's obviously
Bro,
somewhere
he
she
knows
doesn't want to
exactly where
be.
she is.
What do you think Kaya's thinking right now?
Wherever she is, she's probably scared.
Why would she be scared?
He knows exactly why
She's
she
not
would be
with her
scared.
family. She's out there. She's obviously somewhere she doesn't want to be.
For her to be as close behind you as you had told us, what do you think she would have done?
They are closing in on him right
I get
now.
what you mean. She would start yelling for me or something.
Police would soon learn the haunting reason why Kaya hadn't called out for Aiden.
I mean, I guess I have to ask the question again, Aiden. Where would she be?
They already know what happened to
I
her.
don't have an answer for that. I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, but I feel like you guys keep saying you feel like there's something
Bro,
missing.
you keep deflecting every
I feel
single
like it's
question.
just wasting all of our time.
At this point, the detectives decided to bring in Aiden's mom, Katie, to see if she could get him to be more forthcoming. The change in Aiden's demeanor as soon as she arrived was remarkable.
Here we go. Mom is
going
about
on
to change
here?
everything.
I'm literally giving them all the clues. And it's frustrating me. He won't stop blaming me.
Their history probably makes it hard for them to believe me. And I'm not saying that to be mean.
Oh, so now he knows his history is a problem.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys do anything you weren't supposed to do? Like smoke some weed?
Oh,
or
the mom is trying a different
drink
angle.
or steal
Smart.
something? Or
Mm-mm.
I know you were going to steal something, but did you? Did you do anything you weren't supposed to? And she's maybe scared that she's going to get in trouble?
Mm-mm.
She is trying so hard to get him an out.
The only thing bad that we were gonna do that she literally knew about was getting the Pokemon cards.
If there's something you're leaving out and you're afraid you're going to get in trouble,
His mom is
don't
literally
worry
doing the
about that. You
interrogation
just
for
need to
them.
tell somebody.
I don't have anything out.
Okay.
I drew on maps for them. I showed them everything I could think of.
Bro, you have not shown them everything.
I told them everything. I've been honest with them about everything.
Do you need a hug? Come here.
Bro, his mom offering a hug right now is breaking him.
Turn around.
The police obtained consent from both Aiden and Katie to collect Aiden's clothes for testing, along with fingernail
Yeah, they need to
scrapings
test
and
those
buckle
clothes.
swabs.
What do they want my clothes for? Mom?
To make sure there's no blood or anything like that on them.
Oh.
They already know, bro. They
Why do they
already
think it
know.
was me so much?
I don't really think they necessarily think it's you. It's just you were the last person seen with her, so they have to rule you out.
They also arranged
His
for
mom
Aiden to take a
explaining it better
polygraph
than the
exam since the
detectives did.
detectives were convinced that he knew more than he was letting on. Nobody could have anticipated the sheer amount of information he was holding back.
When he talked to the other guys, they wouldn't listen to him.
Okay.
And all they wanted
So
to
his
do
mom is
was
finally
accuse
getting
him and
through to
not listen.
Right.
And he just wants to talk to somebody who will actually listen to him rather than just accuse him of things.
All right. Well, Aiden,
So-
I am your girl because I am a really good listener, and I'm not here to accuse you of anything.
Actually, the CBI is not even really involved in the investigation, and we were just asked to come here today just to do the polygraph.
How many questions do you even want to ask me?
Well, we'll talk about that. There's a, you know, obviously we're going to have to go through the day and what happened and that kind of stuff, but I promise I'm not going to judge you about it.
Before beginning the conversation that would lead to the polygraph, Aiden was advised of his Miranda rights in his mother's presence since he was a minor. He wasn't being charged and was free to leave, but the examiner wanted to exercise an abundance of caution.
So he's not under arrest
Since
yet.
Aiden and his mother were both present when Miranda rights were read, this interview would certainly be admissible in court.
At any point today, if you do not want to take this polygraph, you are more than welcome to leave the room and walk out and not take the polygraph. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does your mom understand that?
Yeah. Okay. Before we even start the polygraph, can I get a time after the polygraph that we're leaving?
Doing a full polygraph
I don't know the time, because it just depends.
Because I honestly don't want to keep doing stuff if I'm just going to be here still all day.
Yeah.
I've been here since like 3 a.m.
The problem is there's no time limit on this, and I can't put a time limit on it because it kind of depends on how much you talk.
What I mean is, like, do I have to leave afterwards? Do I get to leave afterwards? Or do I have to, can we find out if I can leave afterwards?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that as soon as I'm done, and I'll tell you what the results are, and the detectives will come in here and just kind of follow up with you.
The polygraph needed to be conducted in private, so Katie stepped out. Before launching right into the test, however, the examiner needed to get some background on the case and made an effort to get to know Aiden, too.
So how is it going? Tell me how you're feeling.
Pretty pissed.
Yeah, tell me about that.
I've just been here all day. People that...
Bro, you've been there since 3 a.m.
talked to, been lying to me all day, so...
Yeah, what are they lying about?
Telling me I need to, like, after we get all this done... Like, you're free to go for a little bit, you can have some time with yourself, and then we finish it, then they don't let me go.
The most expeditious way to get Aiden out of the police station as he wanted was to complete the test, and so the examiner got down to business.
So, I have to ask you a couple of these questions, and this just lets me know if you're suitable or able to take the polygraph.
The examiner asked Aiden multiple questions about his physical health. But it was when the topic of his mental health came up that something stood out.
This is where it
Do you know if you've ever been a patient like in a mental hospital?
I've gone to Jefferson Hills before.
Is that a mental hospital?
It's like they do like mental evaluation holds on you.
Deflecting the question like that
like
is telling
you like group therapies and stuff for while you're staying there.
Okay. What have they ever told you that you have, or have you been diagnosed with anything?
ADHD, major depression.
Okay, now we're getting into
major emotional disorders, anger.
What kind of stuff has happened that makes you angry when you think about it?
Life has been pretty bad.
Life's been pretty bad? Tell me about that.
Just crazy. There's been too much. I've just been having to deal with too much.
Been through
Tell me about that.
You can tell.
4 years I've been in constant therapy and constant like therapy and in-home therapy and constantly going to all kinds of different meetings, constantly dealing with all kinds of stress at home, just constantly dealing with stuff. I don't know where to just get a break.
Despite all of this, Aiden told the polygraph examiner that his anger issues had greatly improved recently. However, this wasn't necessarily true. Records police obtained from social services indicated that in addition to the diagnoses Aiden shared, he had a history of aggression and violent outbursts.
He literally just said
the social worker assisting the police said that she was shocked that Aiden was allowed to be unsupervised with 10-year-old Kaya.
So why did the anger thing stop? What made that better?
I don't know, it just started getting better.
He just said
I couldn't explain it to anybody.
But records say
I don't know, I don't freak out like I used to. If I would get angry before, I'd like break stuff, but no, if I'll just get angry, I'll walk off and
yeah, but you didn't
sit
walk
by
off with
myself.
Kyle, though, did you?
So you know how to control it now?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
That was about to be called into major question.
Do you take medication for that stuff?
I never wanted to take it.
Okay.
So he has
So
all
when
these
was the last time you
diagnoses
think you
and no
took
medication.
that medication?
Like 4 or 5 months ago.
Okay. How do you feel that you're off of it?
I don't really feel anything anymore.
Aiden admitted to using alcohol and marijuana within the past couple of days.
Off his meds.
However,
and using
he did not
substances at
believe
15,
himself to be
bro.
under the influence any longer. Additionally, he revealed that he and his twin brother had recently spent some time at a social services facility after his mother,
Wait, he has
Katie,
a twin
called the
brother,
police
too.
on him.
Yeah, what did she call the police for?
Kicked over a bag of trash, and I said, I was mad at her or something, and I said, something like,
Bro, just say what
that's
you
why
said.
I don't disrespect your boyfriend's family or something like that.
That's what you said?
Yeah, something like that, and so she called the cops, and then it said that
She called the cops
that I
over a
was
trash
being
bag, bro.
rude and loud, disrespectful, and trying to blackmail her.
In preparation for the test, the examiner asked Aiden to tell her the whole story of Kaya's disappearance, starting from the beginning.
Here we go,
He
moment of
wasn't
truth right here.
enthused.
Could we do the test without me having to tell the story?
No, unfortunately we can't. Because that's the... I need to make sure that I'm asking the right questions on the test.
bro, just
when I
tell
ask
the
you the
story.
questions, your body will tell me what the truth is. So, okay? So it's easy. Just sit in here and tell the truth, and it's not a big deal, okay? And like I said, even if it's different than what
Telling
you
a
said before,
15-year-old
or
is not a big
maybe there's
deal.
little details that, oh, I remember now, that is totally fine. You do not look like a liar. You just need to tell me what the truth is.
Despite his lack of enthusiasm, Aiden spent nearly an hour rehashing the exact same story of Kaya's
An hour
disappearance.
telling the same story that's wild.
Once he finished, he requested a bathroom break, and the examiner took the opportunity to confer with the other investigators. And it was a good thing she did, because there had just been a massive
something
break in
just
the
came in.
case,
What is it?
and it changed everything. Meanwhile, Aiden returned from the bathroom and waited in the room alone. Though he didn't yet know what the police just found, he abruptly decided he needed to
He knows
correct
something
part of
is
his
up, bro.
story. He went out into the hall to flag down a detective.
There's something I think I could just probably tell you before it
Okay.
gets too far out of hand. It's like I realized I probably tell you is like I didn't, when me and her split up, I didn't
Wait,
lose
he's
her.
about to change his
Like,
story.
I intentionally left her because she was really annoying me. And I intentionally left her by Conoco because I figured she would be able to.
Okay, just hang on one quick, okay?
The police had been pushing Aiden for the truth for
He just
12
changed his
hours
whole
now.
story. Wait,
The detective asked Aiden to go back into the room and wait for the polygraph examiner to return. The longer Aiden waited, the more nervous he appeared.
I think she's talking with somebody right now. All right, buddy.
he knows they found something, bro. He can feel
About
it.
15 minutes later, he couldn't take the wait anymore.
I can't do this. I need to go to sleep.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you sit down so that way you don't fall over.
Aiden complied and returned to his seat. Not 2
This kid
minutes
is
later,
falling
the
apart in
examiner
real
returned to
time.
update Aiden. At this point, though, the police likely suspected he already knew what they were going to tell him.
Hey, Aiden, buddy. How you doing? Can you look up and talk to me for a minute? You come talk to me just for a
He
minute.
knows they found something.
We're not gonna do the
Bro,
test,
look at
okay?
him.
What? Okay. You gotta wake up for me. Come walk over here with me real quick, okay?
The examiner escorted Aiden to a different room now that the polygraph equipment wasn't
They're
needed.
moving him to a new room. This is about to get real.
Are you okay in here? Yes. Are we good? Okay. Aiden, buddy, I need you to look up for me, okay?
They found something, and he
Be
knows
present
it.
with me for a minute, okay? Listen, we're not gonna do the test today because you and I both know you weren't gonna pass, okay? Okay? We just found Kaya's body.
What?
Yeah.
Tragically, during Aiden's interrogation, Police
They found
received
her
this
body.
911
Oh,
call
no.
from a man who had been out for a walk with his family and stumbled upon something heartbreaking.
Yeah, I think the little girl that's missing in Thornton, I think my wife and I and our kids just found her.
Okay,
Yeah,
are you
I
in
think
contact
she-
with her?
Oh no, the kids
No,
found her too.
unfortunately, I think that she's.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Uh,
Where exactly is she at?
She's face down in kind of a ditch area in a bunch of shrubs, and her underwear are taken off, and it looks like her
this
clothes.
is so much worse than I
A
thought.
lot of her clothes are off as well.
Police and medics rushed to the scene. The man who called 911 was waiting for them and took the first responders directly to the body. It didn't take long to determine that it was
They found
Kaya,
that little girl
or
named.
that
This is
she was
horrible.
deceased. As the caller noted, Kaya's body was face down in a creek, and her disarrayed clothing made police fear that she'd been sexually assaulted. DNA swabs would be taken to see if any of her killer's
This
DNA
is so
could be
much worse than
recovered.
I thought.
The location of where she was found also raised even more questions. Back at the police station, the polygraph examiner tried to convince Aiden to finally explain what happened. However, his
found her
emotional
body and he still
reaction made
won't
that
talk.
nearly impossible.
Aiden, it's over, okay? And listen, you have had a horrible, horrible time in your life, okay? And I totally respect that you're sitting here today and you're
Horrible
talking to me.
time
But
because
we
of what
need
he
to
did,
know,
though.
Aiden, look at me. We need to know what happened, okay? Because everything has an explanation.
Wait, are you guys accusing me?
Aiden,
What's
listen to me.
happening then?
Aiden,
Bro, they literally
Aiden,
found her
listen to
body.
me.
He knows what
What's
happened.
happening?
Aiden,
I
Aiden, this is a question I need to know.
Can you guys
Aiden.
explain what
Aiden.
what did you find?
Aiden, stop for a minute, okay? Look at me. This is the biggest question I need to
He
know.
is panicking because
okay?
they found her
This is the
body.
biggest question I need to know. Do you feel bad about what happened?
Wait, is she
Aiden.
dead? She's dead.
Aiden,
She's
tell
dead.
me. Tell me.
Is she dead?
She's dead.
What?
Aiden,
Ow.
They just told him like that, bro. That's
This
heavy.
isn't what.
let me help you work through this, okay?
Aiden certainly sounded distraught, but only time would tell if his tears were genuine.
Please explain to us what happened. Please explain to us.
What's happening then?
Bro, he keeps deflecting every single question.
I think, this is what I think. I think maybe there was some, you haven't been on your medication for a while and not feeling yourself.
You think I did something to her?
They really
Aiden, I
trying
want
to
to know
use his
what
meds
happened.
against him.
I didn't do anything. I swear.
Can you listen to me? We have surveillance video of you guys walking down the road, okay? We have video of just you walking back. So we know
They got him on
that there
camera
was a time
walking
you were
back
together,
alone.
and shortly after there was a time when you weren't with her anymore.
I
Tell me
swear
what
to
happened.
telling that guy,
Tell me.
I left her on purpose. Because she was annoying. She wouldn't stop talking about what she
Bro, she was
wanted.
annoying is not an explanation right now.
And, like,
I know, so that was...
I left on purpose. What is going on?
Look at me though, buddy.
Oh,
Bro, he literally
Listen,
said
there's
that exact same thing
there's
at
no
the start.
mistake too big to admit that what you did was wrong.
I didn't hurt her. I told you I left her. We started.
Aiden, we have video of you guys together.
Yeah, I left.
Leaving.
I even told that guy that.
Aiden, listen
Bro,
to me.
I
he keeps going
left
back to the
her.
same story.
It's not where you said you were at.
I know.
Okay, so that's a problem.
I know.
We want you to explain it for us.
Kaya's body was found more than a mile away from where Aiden said he'd last seen her. Hoping to
A whole
find some
mile, bro.
clues,
That
the police
story ain't
pulled
adding
surveillance footage from multiple businesses near the crime scene. When reviewing footage from Walmart, they found what they were looking for. An exterior camera captured this footage of Aiden and
Here comes
Kaya
the
walking
footage.
through the
This is
store's
it.
back parking lot at 8:50 p.m. This was the last known footage of Kaya alive, because just 40 minutes later, Aiden was caught on video walking in the opposite direction, alone. Detectives had a theory as to what happened next, thanks to
40
several
minutes,
tips
bro.
that were
What
called
did you do to
in.
that girl?
Multiple residents who lived near the crime scene reported hearing a child cry out somewhere between 8:45 and 9:30 p.m. the previous night. Police assumed this had to be Kaya. The spine-chilling reason she was
Neighbors heard her
screaming would
crying
come
out.
out in due
Bro,
time,
that's horrifying.
and it was more gruesome than anyone thought possible. Unfortunately, none of this evidence loosened Aiden's tongue.
I wanna not talk. I wanna be by myself. I want you guys to leave me alone for a little bit.
Do you want to talk to your mom?
Get to just shut down right
Yes.
Do you want to talk to her?
Yes.
Does that make you feel better?
Yeah. I'm willing to say everything that I lied about, but I didn't hurt her. I don't.
Bro, you literally
I don't
just
know
admitted
why
you
I
lied.
would want to hurt her. Why would I do that?
Listen, sometimes people do stuff all the time that they don't mean.
But
It
the
doesn't make you a bad
murder,
person.
that's crazy to kill someone.
Maybe
that makes you a terrible person. Why,
Bro, you
like
literally
killing
are that terrible
someone?
person.
That's just so bad. I don't want my mom.
Okay, we're getting her.
Aiden only had to wait a few seconds before his mom, Katie, joined him in the interrogation room.
What's going on?
They say I
Let's
killed
see how this
her.
plays out.
What?
They think I killed her.
What do you mean?
They found a body, and they said I killed her.
What was this new information you gave them?
But I just
Bro,
left
telling
her
his
on
mom
purpose.
like she can fix a murder
You
charge.
left her on purpose?
I left her on because she was being so annoying. She wouldn't stop saying what she wanted from the store. She wouldn't stop being annoying. They think I killed her mom.
He just told his mom he thinks he killed her.
They think I killed her. What's gonna happen to me? I don't know. What's gonna happen to me? I promise I wouldn't do anything to hurt anybody like that.
You lied to
Bro, you
everybody.
literally just said you think you killed her.
Do you see how that makes it look?
Yeah. I didn't think that it would happen like that. I figured she would find some way to
Bro, you
get
left a
you
10-year-old
guys to
alone at
come
night.
get her.
How would she do that?
What? How did she die? How did she get killed?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
Katie continued to try to calm her son, but it was clear she had a horrible inkling
That
as to
mom is
where
going
events
through
were
it
leading
right
them.
now.
I didn't do anything to her, I swear. Oh, what's gonna happen to me? Where am I going?
I don't know. I don't know if you're getting arrested. I don't know what's going
Even
on.
his own mom knows this is bad.
Are you going to tell me everything that happened?
I don't want to tell them without a lawyer. What would have to happen to me?
Katie stepped out to break the news to the police that Aiden no longer
Smart kid
wanted to
asking
talk
for
to
a
them
lawyer
without a
now.
lawyer present. Just because they couldn't ask Aiden any more questions, though, didn't mean the investigation had to come to a screeching halt. A new detective came in to update Katie and Aiden about what would happen next.
We've got
Good.
some
She
more
asked for a lawyer finally.
physical testing that we would like to do on Aiden, a sexual assault exam. That is something that, of course, we don't do here. Medical professionals would do that. So
What is that?
Sexual assault
that
exam
is
too.
where
What
they
happened out there?
would get some more DNA from you on different parts of your body.
Okay.
Okay?
Briefly alone again, Katie didn't mince words when explaining the reason behind
She
the
about to
additional
get real with
testing
him.
to her son.
That's to see if you raped her or anything.
I didn't rape her. What the hell?
Aiden ultimately agreed to the examination, but it took a while for the police to arrange transportation to the hospital. While he waited,
need to get
Aiden
that
made a few
exam
more
done for
remarks
real.
to his mother.
She had such a short life.
Yes, she did. It's very sad.
10 years.
Very, very sad.
You think Jacoby had to go over to where the body was? Like, confirm it?
Sure they'll have to.
This kid is asking about where they found her body.
At some point.
I honestly can't believe she's dead.
Shortly, Aiden was transported to the hospital and given a sexual assault exam. Afterwards, he was taken to a social services facility at his mother's request.
This kid is done
He would
for
only
real.
be there for a short time because 2 days later, the police made contact with Aiden again. DNA from Kaya's body matched his. Aiden was under arrest for murder. However, there was still a lot
DNA
of
matched him,
questions
it's
that
over
needed
for that
answering,
kid.
and Aiden continued to profess his innocence. Just a month later, though, the truth came out thanks to a very unexpected source. One of his peers came forward, requesting to speak with police
One of
and
his peers
investigators
snitched
with the
on him.
district
Wow.
attorney's office, headed to the juvenile detention facility where Aiden was being held.
So, what can you tell us about what you know about Aiden?
He told me that he killed his stepsister and that she was like 10 or 11 years old. And that he said
So
that
he was
he had like a
telling
metal
people
pole or
about
something.
it.
He said it was like that big or something like that. And that he just kept hitting her with it. And that he said he saw her brain and that he like fractured her skull and all this stuff. And that he just kept beating her.
Where did he say he hit her at?
He said he hit her right here.
Okay.
Right on the side of the head.
This was
He told someone
gruesomely
all of that and
consistent
lied
with the
to the
results of
cops.
Kaya's autopsy. Kaya's body had multiple skull fractures, along with abrasions and bruises all over her body. Defensive wounds, such as a torn fingernail, suggested that Kaya fought back.
She fought back.
The
that
medical
poor little
examiner
girl.
believed she had ultimately been beaten to death. Detectives had noted earlier that Aiden also had bruises on his body. Now they suspected the injuries had been inflicted by Kaya trying to defend herself,
So his bruises were from her
especially since
fighting
Aiden's
back.
DNA was identified under her fingernails.
He dragged her like, I don't know how he just said he dragged her to the like other side. Like by the river or whatever.
Evidence from the crime scene seemed to validate this part of the story as well. Crime scene investigators
single
noticed
detail
abrasions
checks out
on
this kid
Kaya's
has
body,
done.
as well as drag marks in the foliage, which led them to believe that the body had been moved.
And that's he said he like saw what he did and then he said he ran off and he took off running
He
to
saw
home.
what he did and just
And that
ran.
he was just like scared because he thought nobody saw him. And then he started telling everybody he blacked out. But then he was describing everything about it. He's like, I blacked out. I didn't know what I was doing. But he was describing everything that
You
happened.
can't black
According
out
to
and describe
Aiden's
it, bro.
peer,
Pick one.
Aiden had been planning to run away from home the following day. But when the police showed up at his house the same night Kaya vanished, that plan was dashed.
You mentioned that he had a pole. Did he say at all where he got this pole?
No, he didn't tell me where he got it. He just said
So
it was like
he
a fence
remembers
pole or
every
something like
detail,
that.
But blacked out.
There was just one problem. The police never found a metal pole at the crime scene. A search warrant was executed on Aiden's house, and several hammers were seized, but none of them matched Kaya's wounds.
So where is the actual?
When they heard
murder
about the
weapon
new
then?
metal pipe theory, Kaya's mother and grandfather decided to search the area themselves. Near the crime scene, they found a metal pipe abandoned in the grass. They immediately reported the discovery to the police, who took the pipe into
The family
evidence.
found it before the cops
Back
did.
at the detention facility, Aiden's peer was able to answer even more of investigators' lingering questions.
Did he mention more than just a lot of blood and stuff?
No, he was saying that because he was saying that the detective said that there's
told his
blood on his
friend
shoe
every
or something
single
like that, and then
detail.
he's like, I don't know. He's like, I thought I cleaned the blood off my shoe, but he's like, I don't know because they're saying it's on there, but I'm pretty sure there's no blood on my shoe.
Okay. And did he say why there wouldn't be any blood on his shoe?
Yeah, because he said he washed it off.
At least
So
he
he
tried
washed the blood
to.
off, but says
Police
there was
found
no
blood
blood.
on the laces of the shoes and the clothes they took from Aiden during his interrogation. The DNA was matched to Kaya. But it got worse because more DNA evidence indicated that Kaya may have been sexually assaulted. Despite all of this evidence,
no,
there was
not that
still
too, bro.
one massive question. What was Aiden's motive for such a horrific crime?
Did he say why he started hitting her?
No, he
or
just-
what made him decide to do that?
I don't know. He just said he was stressing and that he had a lot on his
Stressing
mind
is
and
not
that
a
he just let
reason
it
to
get to
do
him or
that to
something like
someone.
that.
Okay.
He was just saying that like he didn't like her family and stuff like that. Like he was just saying he didn't like her dad. And like to me, it just seemed like he was jealous
That is
or
not a
just like
reason,
he
bro.
didn't
Come
really
on.
like get along with her.
Aiden remains the only person who could say for sure why he ended Kaya's life so brutally. So far, he has not admitted anything. On December 16, 2021, Aiden, now 17, pled guilty to first-degree murder.
Guilty plea
He
after
was sentenced
all
to
that
40
denial,
years to
bro.
life in prison. While this in no way makes up for the tragic loss of Kaya, hopefully her family finds some peace in the knowledge that justice has been served.
And I will see you, little pretty birds,
40 years to
in my
life.
next
Good
video.
rest in peace.
Bye-bye. Oh, fuck. Okay, sorry. Bye-bye.
This eerie footage of 98-year-old Margaret Douglas was taken just moments before she was murdered.
I touched it, it was cold, felt clammy, but felt like styrofoam.
Wait, they showed her on camera right before that happened.
Oh my god.
That woman was 98 years old. That's my son.
The police in Wadsworth, Ohio never could have expected that their investigation
Wait, her own
into
son
another
did that
local
to her?
crime would lead them to the key to solving the mystery behind her death and the nightmarish things that were done to her body afterwards. The deranged motive behind the unthinkable crime would leave the offender's
What did they do
family,
to that poor
as well as
woman?
the police, in shock. The nightmare started when a man called the police to report that his car had been stolen. Much of what he reported was a lie, but would still lead to a truth so disturbing it would stick with the
So the stolen car
investigators for
report
the rest
connects
of
back
their
to her
careers. When police brought a 17-year-old Gavin Ramsey into the station on April 13, 2018, to talk about breaking curfew and the increase of crimes in his neighborhood, they had no idea what
17
they were
years old,
getting
bro,
into.
what?
Gavin was accompanied by his mother, Chris, and the police informed them both that he was not under arrest and could leave at any time. Some of the following footage has never been seen before.
Never been seen
Gavin,
before.
does your mom know why
Are we
you're
going
here?
deep?
Well, he said he climbed on top of the church. Yeah. So there's got to be more to that story because I wouldn't be going down here and picking up the pool if that's what he did.
The police were already well acquainted
Yeah,
with
they
Gavin.
already know something is up.
Lately, he appeared to have made a habit of going out at night to get up to all manner of mischief. This time, Gavin told a story about secretly meeting up with his friend, Braden.
We weren't really doing anything. And then we went over to the church and climbed on top. And then we went into the
Climbing
courtyard.
on top of a church at night, bro. Come on.
Nah, you did more. Unfortunately, you guys have left behind some very telling items. Okay? If we're going to get to the bottom of this, let's just make it the truth
We
all
already
at
got
once
evidence
and
on him.
deal
Oh,
with it
no.
and get it done.
You're 17.
Yeah. You're a kid, so you're not looking at as much trouble.
The officer might come to regret this comment once she uncovers the full extent of Gavin's crimes. For now, all the police
She
knew
really
was
told
that
him he
Gavin
wouldn't
had
get
been
much
out
trouble.
after his curfew, but that was barely scraping the surface. Since he was staying rather tight-lipped, they also attempted to get the story from his friend, Braden.
Your phone.
Yes.
Where do you think you
Oh,
left
they
it?
going to Braden. Now smart move.
That I have no idea.
What were you doing last night?
Just out walking around. I forget the officer's name, but somebody stopped me and I talked to him for a
Bro,
little
they're
bit.
questioning
I
everybody
was out
now.
looking for somebody.
Who were you walking around with?
Nobody.
There was a very good reason the police were out looking for someone. They had no idea how close they'd come to catching their culprit that night.
So the cops
lighter?
literally talked to Braden that night and let him
No.
go.
Would you be surprised if I told you that there was a lighter with your phone?
Honestly, yes.
Gavin and Braden had a problem. In addition to the phone and lighter left at the church, the police also had security
They left
footage
even
of the
more evidence
boys.
behind Bro.
When Braden was confronted with this, his story changed.
If you just want to be honest with me, that would be great. And if not, I can just say that you said you were nowhere near and...
They got the footage, bro. Just tell the truth.
Okay. I appreciate, I guess, the straight upness. I do, honestly. I was out with a friend. We were just messing around, and I'm not exactly sure what church that is, but we decided to get up on top of the roof, and then we dropped down to see if one of the doors were open, and then it started a silent alarm, not really silent, we heard it. We saw an officer walking from the church, and then we ran from him,
So
So
was
they
that
literally ran from the
Gavin's
cops that
green
night.
lighter then, or yours?
Green lighter, that would be Gavin's.
When he found out Braden was talking to police, Gavin confirmed the story about the alarm. This would be the first in a
so now you
series
wanna
of
confirm it,
confessions
huh?
he would make over the coming days.
I didn't even know what was going off because we were over by the windows and they were already cracked open. And like we were just messing with them.
Messing with
like
the
they
windows,
were
bro.
honestly cracked
Sure,
open.
just messing
I'm not
around.
lying anymore.
This immediately raises the question of what else Gavin had lied about.
You'd think that would be enough to scare the bejeebies out of you and go home. Were you guys going to hide in the trailer?
No.
What did you do with
What
the
were they
trailer?
really doing out there then?
I poked my knife behind like the little seam in it and popped it out.
Why were you guys going to go in there?
I don't know. We honestly had nothing to do. And me and Braden together, we know it's not good, but I don't know.
Bro
We're
said we
trying to
know
get
it's
this
not
thing
good.
out.
Like, yeah, no kidding.
According to Gavin's mother, her son wasn't supposed to be hanging out with Braden. This restriction didn't appear to have the intended effect, but that would soon be inconsequential compared to what else
this
Gavin
is
had
about to
been
get
up
so
to.
much worse.
You guys do anything else in the area?
No.
So you guys didn't go into any cars? You know what? It would make me feel a lot better now if it was just the two of you that went into the
They
cars.
definitely went into cars.
Yeah. You know, because of the other issue in the area. I'm sure.
I didn't even know there was a car issue there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You guys didn't. Now would be the time to tell, okay? Because we processed the cars, we did fingerprints and DNA. He's been in trouble.
They got the
I
evidence,
assume
bro. It's
you
over.
were with him at Central Intermediate
Yes.
School?
Yes.
So your DNA is
Oh,
on
yeah.
file as well. So that's all going to come up. If it's you guys, for goodness sakes, it's just rummaging through cars and nothing was even taken that they could tell. We've had a lot of goings on in the
Bro,
neighborhood
they are
lately.
slowly building up to something way
And
worse.
probably more than the general public is aware. That's
I'm
for
sure. I'm sure.
More than one incident. Yeah, so more than one incident. So,
Okay.
unfortunately,
They are slowly closing in on
we're
it.
trying to see if, they're all related and stuff
Right.
like that.
The most extreme recent crime in the area came to the attention of police just a week earlier when they received a troubling call, which would kick off a case more
no, this is
disturbing
about to
than
get way
anyone could have
worse.
anticipated. At first, they never imagined it was connected to Gavin's nighttime mischief, but would come to find that the cases were inextricable.
Watcher Police.
Yes, this is Howard Leisure. My aunt lives on Portage Street.
Wait, so this is about that
and
98-year-old
a friend of ours
lady.
stopped over there yesterday to check on her, and she was nowhere to be found. We didn't know if you'd found anybody wandering.
No, we don't have any reports of anybody wandering.
We can't find her in the house anywhere. He went in the house and looked through
So
the whole
that's
house.
the
Couldn't find her.
98-year-old woman
We
from
don't
the
know where
beginning.
she's at. She's 98 years old.
Did she live there by herself?
She lives there by herself, yes.
What's her name?
Margaret Douglas. And she never locks her house.
Okay.
She doesn't drive. She doesn't have a
Wait, she
car.
never locks her
and I
house?
checked with
That's the connection.
What relatives I had phone numbers for, and nobody's heard from her or picked her up. So.
Okay.
This was obviously worrying, but Margaret's disappearance would only become more
They
harrowing
already
as the
told us
search
she was
got
murdered,
underway.
bro. This
When the
is about to
police
get
were
dark.
chatting with Gavin in the first of two interviews, they attempted to uncover what else he might have gotten up to on recent nights.
I'm guessing this isn't the first time yet.
Well, no, like we've snuck out in the past before.
Yeah,
but
obviously not the first time, bro.
since I've got in trouble, this most recent one, like without the law, I haven't really snuck out at all.
When was this recent time that he got in trouble on?
He has not had any freedom at all. I mean,
Yeah,
he
I
literally
bet
goes
he
to work
hasn't
and
had
home
freedom, sure.
probably 3 months because he makes bad choices, and we don't want that for our kids. So he literally
They
has no
tried to
life.
keep him in line, but it was too
At
late.
least that's what Chris thought. She clearly had no idea just how busy her son had been. Police had unwittingly started the process of uncovering the truth of Gavin's
She had no
activities
clue
the
what that
previous
boy was
week
doing.
when talking to Margaret Douglas's nephew, Howard. Desperate to find his aunt and willing to help in any way he could, Howard and his wife Cindy went to the police station to answer questions.
So when was the last time you guys were there?
Okay,
That was,
so they're
I'm
piecing
thinking
together
that
the
was, it was a
timeline
Tuesday
now.
in March 27th, I think it might have been.
Anything that anybody said?
It set off an alarm? No.
No.
Margaret bothered no.
That's what is so just horrible. She would keep in her sleep.
A 98-year-old woman living alone never locks her door, bro.
David called us.
David, who had grown up next door to Margaret and her late husband, was the couple's friend and caretaker. The police would need to talk to him too, sooner rather than
They
later.
need to talk to everybody
During
connected
Gavin's
to her.
first interview, things got progressively more disturbing as well, but police could never have guessed that his tale would eventually become a full-blown horror story.
Did you rummage through glove boxes or anything?
A full-blown horror story, bro. What did this kid
And
do?
you didn't take not even change or anything?
Maybe like 50 cents, but other than that, seriously nothing.
What'd you do if someone did that to my
Bro,
car?
you were literally rummaging
Like,
through
that is
cars.
so upsetting and scary.
I understand that, but it's really their own fault for not locking.
No, I don't lock mine half the time. Because
We
that's
lock
it.
yours every day.
It's not the point. It's not yours.
Gavin's crimes would only escalate from this point
Escalate,
on.
bro. He already
The
broke into
previous week,
cars.
with no
What else
idea
did this
that they
kid
were
do?
working on a connected case, the police met with Margaret's friend David. What he told them would prove to be invaluable, though it was far from reassuring.
David knows something.
And I came
big.
up Sunday, and on 4:30 and 5, somewhere around there, and there were the 3 newspapers on the front porch. So I knocked on the door and then opened. She never locked her door.
She never locked her door,
Was it common
just like they
knowledge
said
that her
earlier.
front door was not locked?
I don't think so. I know we never told anybody. I wouldn't want anybody to know something like that, you know.
David walked through every room in the house, including the basement, but couldn't find Margaret. Where she
So
was
where the hell is
ultimately
she
found would sicken and outrage everyone who cared about her. During the first conversation with Gavin, which took place a week after Margaret's disappearance, it became obvious that he'd been up to far worse things than he initially let on.
We had a carjacking,
Oh my God.
and the suspect is a young white
Wait,
male
carjacking too? This kid is
with a
escalating
nice
fast.
complexion and blue eyes. Is that you?
No, it's not me. I wouldn't know the first thing about jacking a car.
The proximity of the crimes was more than slightly suspicious, and the police
we all
likely
know it
believed
was you,
Gavin
come on.
was still holding back. They had unknowingly drawn closer to the heart of Gavin's dark secrets when Margaret's friend David recounted not being able to find her. Little did anyone know that this would be the lead-up to a stomach-churning discovery.
Is right.
Well, I
This
called
is about
Howard
to
and
get dark.
nephew to see if they came up, because they come up and take grocery shopping every 2 weeks, like or salt. See if they took grocery shopping. He said no, they hadn't.
When Howard still couldn't reach Margaret the next morning,
nobody knew
he
where
went
she
to the
was this
house
whole
in
time.
person. Meanwhile, David also called some of Margaret's other friends and neighbors, but they hadn't heard from her either.
And this is all on Sunday?
Yeah. And then,
Were you making those calls on your cell
They're
phone?
doing everything they
no,
can
I
to
made
find
it on
her.
her phone there
On her phone?
on the desk. It's the old style phone.
Oh, the rotary phone?
Yeah, Rudy's phone.
Okay.
Yeah, and I call on that.
You don't want to use that digital phone?
A rotary phone.
Well,
That's how
it
old
wasn't
school
in
she was.
bracket
Okay.
where she kept it.
The missing phone would also turn out to have shocking implications, along with a few other seemingly innocuous observations
phone
made
is
by
gonna tie
Howard
back
and
to
his
Gavin.
wife.
I know
I
it.
know we weren't able to find her wallet and checkbook. Can you describe her wallet to me?
Her wallet is red. It's about, I would say rectangle. I would say
The wallet,
maybe
the phone, everything is missing.
4 inches in width.
Do you remember the location of the heater when you were there?
Oh yeah, it was right smack in front of the closet door.
Okay.
And actually that thought
The
hit my
heater was
mind
blocking the
when
closet door.
when they asked me to look for her coat, and I went over there, and I thought, why did Margaret put that heater in front of the closet door?
The odd placement of the heater would come up again later. Perhaps the strangest thing was a
heater was
jar of
hiding something
blackberry
in that
jam
closet.
in Margaret's living room. There would turn out to be a sick reason it was there, but nobody knew that yet. Gavin's second interview, however, would eventually tell all.
The jam broke.
After
What is
searching the
jam
house
about?
twice and finding no sign of Margaret, Howard and Cindy decided it was time to call the police. When they arrived, Howard helped them search the house yet again, which is when the case took a turn. During their first conversation with Gavin, the police brought up
Here
the
we go,
terrible
first
results
conversation
of
with
that
Gavin.
search.
There's no reason for me to fluff anything up.
Nope.
And I'm sure you guys know about the elderly woman that was found.
Oh my God, that was horrifying. That was
Bro, he says horrifying, like he wasn't involved.
It is horrifying.
Did you know her at all?
No, other than just to see her out, like on a porch. That actually makes me want to cry. Like, how do you get to be 98 years old? Nobody lives to be 98. It's so rare. And someone else thought that that was okay. Like, how did that? I don't know. Like, why does your life end like that?
That's right. Margaret lived just around the corner from Gavin. Tragically, she'd been found deceased. She'd been strangled and her body hidden inside her own home. But the most horrifying facts of what was done to her body after death were not yet known. The answer of who was twisted enough to commit such a crime would hit far closer to home than anyone anticipated.
And then I'd get all scared. I'm like, oh my God, I have all my porch lights on now, and I have stranger danger issues.
You're scared now.
The irony of Chris's stranger danger issues would not be lost for long.
I can't imagine you doing something like that. I just interacting with you this little bit. I can't imagine that in your wheelhouse.
No.
But there was so much about Gavin that nobody knew, including his capacity for unspeakable cruelty.
I asked, did you get put in a bad situation? Did somebody put you in a bad situation? No.
Yeah, let's get it this way. Honesty is always what's best.
I'm not holding anything back.
They already know.
You've already gotten yourself in trouble, so.
I know, and I don't even. I don't know what to say.
Is there more? Because you know it always comes out.
It's not that there's anything more. It's what the.
Bro, you are absolutely holding something back.
What if I always told you kids? What happens in the dark comes out in the light. That's the way it works. You mess up, you get caught. You make bad choices, you're going to pay for it. So if there's something else, let's get it all out on the table.
This kid did something.
So that we know what we're dealing with.
There's not anything else. It's. I don't know. I'm mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself.
What are you so mad at yourself for?
I was 16, already had a felony, like 5 misdemeanors, and now I'm going to be in more trouble. I have to go back to court. I'm done with it. I'm so done with it. I'm costing them thousands of dollars. Constant heartbreak. I've honestly probably never made either of them proud. I don't do anything good.
Stop cussing.
You didn't take anybody's car?
Don't play the victim card right now.
Have you ever used an app called Grindr?
No.
How do you feel about gay people?
I'm not gay.
Oh, that's okay. But they don't bother you?
No, nobody bothers me.
Oh, they are definitely going
This
somewhere
might seem
with
like
this.
a strange line of questioning, but there's a very good reason the detective is asking this question. It likely evoked a feeling of dread for Gavin, as it means that the police know far more than they've been letting on. Earlier, the police kept trying to determine what could have motivated
setting him
someone
up
to
this
kill
whole time.
Margaret in such an atrocious manner.
So you guys didn't argue?
No.
She wasn't upset about anything? And you can't think of anybody that would want to hurt her or that would gain any?
The detective once again pushed
They know
harder for
exactly who
answers
did
from
it
Gavin,
already.
leading him to make an unexpected request.
Is there something else you need to tell us? What's upsetting you so much?
Nothing.
The detective clearly hit on something.
Honestly,
knows they got the grinder receipts.
What's that? You two actually leave. So I can talk to her. Yeah.
Knowing what had happened to Margaret, Gavin's mother was likely terrified
to
of what
sit
her
there while
son
he
didn't
asked
want
to
to
be
say in
alone.
front of her. As it turns out, She had good reason to be concerned. Gavin was also unable to hide his emotions in the interrogation room, but this didn't stop him from giving the detective at least one of the answers she wanted, finally addressing the previous question about meeting up with someone from Grindr. But this was only one of the many secrets she would convince Gavin to spill.
The carjacking, it was me. I'm going to be honest about it, but the way that he explained it, that guy, that's not right. That Grindr thing, yeah, I have been on it. And this guy was like the first time that this happened, and I told him, like, I was 17 and everything, and I wasn't planning on doing anything.
He told the guy he was 16, bro. This is bad.
Not my style. I was just, like, he's a 40-year-old man trying to get with a 17-year-old, so I was just going to rob him. It's still messed up, but against what he's doing, I don't really think it is.
Bro is really trying to justify robbing someone right now.
The carjacking thing, I never even left Overlook. I literally, I got in, and he's like, what, should we go to the back seat? I'm like, yeah, sure. So he got out. I sit and locked the doors, and hopped in the driver's seat and just drove around.
So he literally just stole the car like that.
Do you have his wallet?
No, that's because I kept asking him. I cracked the window of the car, because he walked up, doors were locked, everything.
Bro is describing this way too casually.
And he's like, I don't have it. So then, I opened his glove box and all that. And I'm like, well, show me your pockets. And he's like, I don't have it, but can I have my phone? I'm like, no. And then I turned and he tried to grab the window.
So now someone tried to grab him too.
I gassed it and he walked, and that's when he left Overlook. And then I went up to where the dumpsters are, where that white van is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's...
Bro is giving way too many details right now.
Gavin added that he threw the man's phone out the window shortly before he abandoned the car, then blocked the man on Grindr. Believe it or not, all of this would be connected to Margaret's death in the coming days.
I don't even have the app.
Wait, how does stealing a car connect to killing a 98-year-old?
I didn't want to say that in front of my mom.
Are you gay?
No, that's not it. I didn't have any plans to do anything.
Bro, you were literally on Grindr.
He's thinking what's going to happen.
I mean...
Was there an act that you guys agreed upon?
Not really, no. Just, NSA. I didn't even know what that meant, but it means no strings attached.
Okay. Did he touch you at all?
The detective is really pressing him on this.
Why were you on that app?
Really, just for that reason, to find guys that are that low of people, I guess.
That want to get with kids.
Mm-hmm. It's karma, really.
Bro, you are not some vigilante who robbed a man.
Then I'm gonna rob you.
The carjacking would be completely overshadowed by what else Gavin had done. The police got a hint of the madness to come while searching Margaret's home, though they couldn't have imagined the nightmare they had uncovered.
You didn't hurt that old lady, did you?
No, and that's what I was pissed about earlier.
Bro, we already know you did it. Just stop.
What were you pissed about?
Because there's actually people accusing me of killing the girl. And that's, I just said some dark stuff and everything. And
what dark stuff is he about to say?
I don't know, people know. I'm a dark person, I guess, but I'm not gonna go kill somebody. It's not like that. But people are like, oh, you killed her, didn't you? I really feel like you did. I'm like, no, I didn't.
Bro, the videos, the dark stuff you mentioned earlier, this is not looking good.
It's making me really mad. It really is.
There's no reason that we would find your DNA inside her house because we swabbed the hell out of that house.
You shouldn't.
Oh, they swabbed the house. This is about to be
What
over
do you
for
think should
him.
happen to somebody that does that?
That kill someone?
Kills a 98-year-old woman. Yeah.
I don't know. I think eye for an eye is the best way to go. That's how I look at things. Eye for an eye.
I mean, if it makes you feel better,
Bro,
I will
he is
give them your
literally
name
telling on
and let
himself
them know
right
your
now.
DNA is on file, and they can rule you out. Okay, when we get a DNA profile. Would that help you?
I mean, what, for like the lady?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that doesn't bother me.
Braden's DNA was also on record and would be
so Braden
compared
was
to
in
the
that house
crime
too.
scene. Howard, Cindy, and David all agreed to provide the police with DNA samples and fingerprints so they could be ruled out as suspects.
I'm sure your mom's standing out there freaking out.
Yeah, she probably thinks I'm confessing
Yeah, his
to
mom
murder.
definitely knows something is
Been in
off.
for so long.
Just 3 days later, this remark would be cast in a chilling new light.
Why would you even hear about an app like that?
3
Why
days
would you
later,
even do
bro,
that?
what did they
I don't
find?
know. Like I said, Mom, I don't know why I do anything that I do.
That sounds all vigilante crazy to me. That's what that sounds like. So that will get forwarded also, and then God only knows what
Yeah,
that
that
charge is
vigilante
gonna look
story
like.
ain't fooling nobody.
You see how all these horrible things kind of tie together? And you start to get pretty worried about what's happening, especially with the escalation of...
Yeah.
So, if there's something else or somebody else that you know is out there doing stupid
Where this is
crap,
going.
Yeah.
can keep it on the down low. Your name won't cross my lips, but I need to get to the bottom of what happened to this poor woman.
While Gavin assured the detective that he'd told her
detective is
everything,
not letting up
the bulk
good.
of his secrets had not yet been spilled. Unaware of what her son had done, Chris permitted the police to search Gavin's phone. With that, they left the police department. When it came to the phone, the investigators
phone
were
is about
mainly
to
looking
reveal
for anything about the carjacking. Instead, they found something completely unexpected. It was awful enough that 2 detectives rushed to the Ramsey house to place him under arrest. Take note that he was made aware of his Miranda rights as soon as
They
he was
found
seated in the
something worse
police
on that
car.
phone.
When you had your mom leave the room the other day, were you going to tell me this?
No, this was the carjacking thing. I thought about it, but I didn't know what to do.
Did you know I'd be coming to see you after
He
we
thought
got your
about
phone?
confessing and chickened
I
out.
figured. As soon as I heard the knock on the door, I honestly, if my boobs were tied, I think I would have ran.
When the detective ushered Gavin into the video-recorded interrogation
about to
room,
run, bro.
his distress was obvious.
I'll be right back in, okay? You sure I can't get you a drink?
He is completely falling apart in there.
I know telling me about it doesn't give you much relief.
The detective trying to ease him into talking.
Just due to the fact that it ruined my life.
We can't go back and change it.
No.
At this point, we just have to figure out what's going on with
Way
you,
more than
okay?
your life.
And you didn't take anything from the house. Like I said before, it doesn't make a difference either way.
I mean, what other crime could I commit that would really
Bro,
matter?
you killed a 98-year-old woman. What do you mean? What other crime?
Grandpa? Think you're breathing? Feel more comfortable laying down then? Do you want to take this off so I can feel it? That's up to you guys. You want
I don't mind. I'm not worried about
I'm just a
it.
little bit more comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Once Gavin was uncuffed, the detective set about filling in the specifics of the
unccuffed him after
gruesome
all
yet
that.
patchy tale Gavin shared on the drive to the station. The truth was about to come out once and for all, but each detail would make it more horrific than anyone could have imagined.
Did you go in the house initially just to steal something?
Just honestly, all I did was I wanted the adrenaline rush.
Oh, I just go into a
Adrenaline
house.
rush. Bro, you killed a 98-year-old woman.
And that's why I broke into the cars and stuff. Because there's that risk factor. And all I've ever done is take risks because that's the
Bro,
only
you
thing
killed a
that makes me.
98-year-old woman for adrenaline.
That's your drug, adrenaline.
Yeah, like, I don't know, nothing feels wrong with me. When I have adrenaline, it's like, alright.
You feel alive.
Adrenaline is not an excuse for what you did, bro.
Right?
I don't know about me,
But you understand, like, you feel like
yeah, it feels different. I don't know how to explain that.
any bad
Bro,
stuff.
you
actually
killed a
goes away.
98-year-old woman for adrenaline.
I guess.
This tied back to something unsettling Gavin had said in the car on the way to the police station.
The adrenaline.
What did he say in
is
the
the
car,
only
though?
thing that makes me feel like I'm even alive.
Like when you met up with the guy with the car, is that adrenaline?
Gavin continued his story, and he revealed that his meeting with the man
So
from
the
Grindr
adrenaline thing
hadn't
is his whole
gone
motive,
quite
huh?
like he previously said.
And there was some physical stuff that went on between the two of you in the car, right?
Yeah.
First time.
So now the real story starts coming out.
Yeah.
Stuff happened when I was younger, but it wasn't voluntary for me.
You just weren't sure. Like when you got there, it's kind of like here's the plan, then things just start
So
happening.
he didn't even know what he wanted going in.
Yeah, no, that's kind of freaked me out a little bit.
What freaked you out? Your reaction to it or him?
I don't know, just once I realized I was
He doesn't
in the
even
back
know
of
what
the
he's feeling that
car
start.
with some guy.
So when you realize it's just crazy.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be part of it anymore.
Had you met anybody on Grindr before?
I had, yeah, before.
So your whole intention of going in the house was
So
just
this wasn't even his
adrenaline
first
being
time
in
on
the
that.
house.
Yeah, I didn't even want to rob the house.
It was just the sneaky thrill of can I get into somebody's house and get out and get away with it.
Yeah, but if the door was locked, I would have just walked away. The whole breaking into the house, that was
Bro, you literally broke a window, though.
I think I didn't even have a grip on reality whenever I did that.
You can probably guess whose house Gavin entered. As terrifying as this was, what he did next
He
was
went to that
truly
old lady's house,
mind-boggling.
bro.
I didn't know whose house it was at first until
You saw her. And you knew she knew you.
Had you talked to her before? I know we discussed this a couple times, but
just
They already know he knew that old lady.
like when I was 13 or 14 going to shovel driveways and stuff. You know, when I was actually doing something good.
and nobody was with you this night, and you've not told anybody about this.
No.
He knew that old lady from church, bro. This
Was
is
it
so
dark
dark.
inside the house? No lights on or nothing?
None at all?
Well, no, there was the lamp that was on.
Were you in her house for a little while before you woke her up?
I mean, I came up onto the porch.
He was just walking around her house in the
Didn't
dark.
know what I was going to do. And I looked in the window and everything. I don't know, I felt like going into a house is like the biggest adrenaline rush I could get, I guess.
Bro said breaking into a
Then I tried the
98-year-old
door
woman's
knob and
house is a rush.
that just happened to be unlocked.
Was it the front door or back door?
Or back door. Well, she was already asleep whenever I went in because when I came around the corner,
So
that's
she
where
was
I saw
asleep
her.
and he still went in, bro.
I didn't expect to see someone right there. I didn't hear anything. So I came in, I opened the door, I just listened. And then I didn't hear anything, so maybe nobody's
Bro
home.
is describing this like it's nothing.
And then I go to walk around that corner, like I'm still going slow, but I see her, and she's, I don't know, like sleeping or something. And then I go to turn around and hit the chair.
You saw her and still stayed.
Woke up.
And she started to scream at that point, you said?
Yeah, because like when I hit the chair, I like turned back around and I looked, and she was there staring at me.
So she saw his
started
face,
to
that's
yell.
how she knew him.
And then went for the phone. Charity, what it looked like.
Was that when you were trying to get the phone away from her so she couldn't call? Did you not get away, or was that when you guys fought over the phone?
It was
You just run,
like a
bro.
little
She was
bit
98.
of a fight, I think. I think I threw it under the couch. I'm not really sure. By the time I even realized what I was doing, it was too late to stop anything.
And you
You just
realized
not realize
that you
what
were
you're doing.
on top of her with your hands on her and stuff. That's when okay.
Gavin showed the police an injury on his hand, where Margaret's nails dug into his arm. He had other scrapes on his hands, but claimed these were unrelated. Margaret never stood a chance in the fight
She
against
was
Gavin,
98 years old,
which
bro.
likely made her
She had no
final
chance.
moments even more horrendous.
So when she died, was she on the couch or on the floor?
Floor.
Were you on top of her then?
Kind of.
Like straddling her?
Yeah.
And did you use one hand or both?
Both.
This is genuinely horrifying,
Squeeze
man.
it
She
or
was
push her against the
98.
floor or both?
Both.
And you said you don't remember if she was bleeding at that point.
The only reason I can think
Both hands on a 98-year-old woman, man.
is when I put my hand over her mouth.
So when you were holding her hand over her mouth, you might have pushed too hard and maybe made her nose bleed.
Yeah.
The detectives knew Gavin had skipped over
Bro,
several
he is so
particularly
casual
nauseating
about
details,
suffocating a
but those
98-year-old
would eventually come out too.
So how long do you think you were in the house before you woke her up?
I don't know, probably like 10, 15 minutes.
And then from the time you woke her up
10 to 15 minutes
to the time
just
you
creeping
ended
around
up
her
on top
house.
of her, choking her, how long did that whole part take?
Probably like 5 minutes.
Was she like fighting back with you then, trying to struggle, and then you guys went down?
Yeah.
5 minutes of a 98-year-old
I think on the
fighting
way
for her
down,
life.
we got ripped.
But you don't remember ripping her panties?
Margaret's underwear was not just torn, but completely ripped from her body. Her bloody nightgown and bra were pushed up
This is
around
so
her
much
upper
worse
body.
than he was letting on.
Fearing the implications, crime scene investigators swabbed all of Margaret's clothing, her body, and the items in the closet. The results would once again emphasize how reprehensible this crime was.
This just keeps
Did
getting
she
worse
say
and
anything
worse.
to you when this was happening? Did you say anything to her?
No, it happened.
Happened quick.
The level of indignity Margaret's body was subjected to was further emphasized in
is
the
pure
detective's
evil, bro.
conversation with Margaret's nephew, Howard.
And how many times did you guys go into the closet?
I went in twice. When we first got there, the first thing I did was open the closet. But I had to move that heater
The
from
nephew
front of
had
the
to
door.
see all that.
It's never there.
Can you tell me how it was positioned in front of the door?
It was flat against the door. Where all I had to do was put my fingers underneath the top lip, and I lifted it up and set it out of the way. First time I looked.
He blocked
Then
the
I wanted
closet
make sure
door to
put it
hide
back
her
where it
body.
was,
Mm-hmm.
so I moved it back.
Howard said his wife Cindy also moved the heater twice to look in the closet for Margaret's coat to see if she might have left. However, the coat was found in the closet, though it wasn't on the hanger where it
So
belonged.
the coat was just thrown in there.
Howard's second foray into the closet was life-altering.
That's when I noticed the tennis shoe.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to pick it up. I couldn't pick it up. I'm thinking, what's
He
holding
found
the
her
shoe?
body
So
in the
I finally
closet.
grabbed another piece of clothing and threw it back. And I've never seen this before in my life.
Okay.
White, and I touched it. It was cold, felt clammy, but felt like styrofoam to me. So I moved it.
You
That's
alright?
the same line from the beginning.
Give me a minute.
Wow,
Yep.
full circle.
So I moved another piece of clothing, and that's when I turned to go down like this, and I felt it. upper part of her leg, and it felt the same way. I'm thinking, why she's got
He had to
diaphragm
feel
in
his
here?
own
What
aunt
is
like
it?
that, bro. That's horrible.
Then it hit me.
So it took you a minute to realize that it was her in there?
Yes, it did.
Margaret's other shoe was also found in the closet, carelessly thrown on top of her, along with other items from the closet.
They just threw
It
stuff
appeared
on
that
top
Gavin
of her
had
like
pulled
she
items
was
down
nothing.
at random in an effort to conceal the body, including a sweater and a vacuum cleaner.
That's when basically we left the house.
A vacuum cleaner on top of a 98-year-old woman.
I've never seen. I'm sure you guys do all the time, but I've never.
Yeah, it's not something you get used to, and no matter how many times.
Nah, that man is forever changed after finding her like that.
Yeah, that's what.
It took you a minute to realize what it was.
Oh yeah, then I thought, oh God.
Well, she didn't get in there herself.
I know.
That line
she
right
went
there
over there, eat by
says it
herself,
all.
and cover herself up. I know that.
When Margaret's body was removed from the closet, police made the skin-crawling discovery that she'd been laying on top of her torn underwear.
How long
Torn
did you
underwear.
stay there before you put
Nah,
her
this
in
is
the
so much worse than I thought.
That was probably like 30 minutes. I just kind of sat there and I didn't know like what was going on. Like I was still in shock. And then
30
I
minutes,
checked
bro.
my phone.
That is wild.
And it said it was like 4 something. And I knew my mom had to get up at 5 for work.
So then you made the decision then? Did you look around for another place to put her, or was that just the first place you came along?
He really just
I guess
casually
it was
hit a
the
body
first
like
place,
that.
Considering like my time with it.
And then you drug her by her feet, you said, to the closet. What part of her body did you put in there first?
Bro, the detective is not letting him skip any detail.
That went in first.
Did you close the closet door? Did you put that heater in front of the door?
Yeah.
He was literally
The closet
trying
where
to
Margaret's
hide what he
body was
did.
found was only about 2 3/4 feet wide by 1 3/4 feet deep. In order to make her body fit, Gavin contorted and shoved her into the space, face down, with her knees bent and arms folded.
And you didn't take her
Stuffed a whole
wallet.
person in that tiny space.
Nobody cares about the 60 or 80 bucks.
Yeah, nobody cares anything in there. I did, but it's gone. Let me throw it. Trash also. Which trash? At my house.
The trash was long gone by this point, but that
So he
didn't
took the
turn out
wallet
to be
and
an
trashed it
issue.
too, bro. What?
Police once again involved Gavin's parents, who had followed the arrest team to the police station to help them with their investigation.
The parents again, bro. They keep getting pulled into this.
This is going to be a weird request. I need you to take your brothers and take them out of the house right now. I will explain later. Maybe go to Uncle David's
They about to search that
and
house
come there,
right
and
now.
we'll call you when you can come home. No, everything's not all right, Zach, but don't tell your brothers right now.
Once Gavin's 3 brothers were out of the house, the police carried out a search warrant.
They about to find
Their
everything
efforts
in
were
that
not
house.
in vain. Tucked away in the back of a dresser drawer with Gavin's jeans, the police located Margaret's missing red wallet. Gavin confessed he'd spent all the cash on cigarettes, but Margaret's cards were all accounted
All that for some cigarettes, bro.
However, the wallet wasn't the only item of interest.
The night you were out at Margaret's, had you drank or smoked anything? Done any drugs that night?
No, that I was actually sober that night.
Being sober makes this so much worse, honestly.
I smoke weed and I drink because I can't handle myself when I'm sober. Or I can't comprehend. I don't even know the word to use.
Bro, you were sober.
My thoughts when I'm sober are dark. When I'm high, they're like good thoughts.
Had you ever thought about harming anybody before or taking someone's life before?
Not like planning it out, but like, oh, I'm so mad I could go kill someone right now. Like that kind of
Bro,
thing.
you just said you were sober that night.
But you never imagined yourself actually doing it?
No, I could never vision
myself.
Gavin shared with the police that he had struggled with the urge to take his own life. He refrained, he said, for the sake of his mother, who would have been heartbroken.
But he didn't refrain from taking
I mean, I wondered what killing somebody would feel like, but I've also wondered what jumping off a building would feel like. So it's not like anything about this was premeditated.
Bro, you killed
During
a
their
98-year-old
search, police
woman.
came
Don't
across a
compare
journal
that.
in his bedroom that would prove that, once again, Gavin was not sharing the whole truth. The journal began with 2 research projects on the serial killers Donald Henry Gaskins and Ted Bundy. After this, the entries transitioned to ideas for skits and short
Serial killer
films.
research, and he said it wasn't
Chillingly, in
premeditated,
each one,
bro. Come
Gavin
on.
played the role of a killer. The victim in almost every story was to be played by Braden. As skin-crawling as this was, the entries containing Gavin's personal thoughts were by far the most disturbing.
The journal is
In
about
one,
to be the
Gavin
worst
wrote,
part.
I want to know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I just want to go off on someone and beat them until they're not breathing anymore. It's not even for
literally
attention
just
or
said
anything.
it wasn't
I honestly
premeditated,
want
bro.
to take
The
someone's
journal
life.
says otherwise.
In another entry, he wrote, I don't feel empathy or sympathy for anybody. Like, I just don't give it.
You never told your counselor about any of the thoughts that you have?
He literally wrote it all down instead.
She didn't. She started with trying to treat the depression first. But that's something I don't know if this can be fixed. And he goes, it doesn't feel like it's some regular emotion. This feels like it's natural, and I don't want it to be. I don't.
He knows something is wrong and still did it.
Gavin had been in counseling on and off for years and was diagnosed with ADHD and depression. Another entry Gavin made in his journal highlighted his depravity.
That journal is
He
terrifying,
wrote,
bro.
I think if counseling doesn't help, I'm honestly going to kill someone. I'll probably take a girl out to the woods and rape her and kill her. I wouldn't feel bad about it, but I know it's wrong. We might never know exactly how much Gavin told his counselor, but he appears to have been very upfront with his coworker Haley. Haley shared a Snapchat conversation with police in which Gavin told her flat out, quote, I watched one of those videos on YouTube and I laughed, and I'm pretty sure I could kill someone in cold blood and not feel guilty or sad or anything. Chillingly, when police spoke with Haley, she told them that she had no problem believing the despicable things Gavin had done to Margaret. But police still hadn't uncovered the full story.
So what did you do with your gloves when you left?
Bro.
I threw those away
Where at?
in the trash can.
At home. Because there's a glove there. Could you have dropped one?
There was a glove there.
He left evidence at the scene, bro.
Gavin said the gloves just happened to be with him from when he cleaned the bathroom at home several days earlier. However, it wasn't the presence of the gloves that police were most interested in. There was something far more disturbing that they had discovered.
On those gloves?
There was purple stuff on it. What was the purple stuff that was on there? I get it that there's a whole piece of this that you don't understand why you do. Okay? I understand the whole piece that
The
you
detective
don't
is trying to get
understand.
him to open up.
Did the purple stuff have to do with the whole piece that you don't understand why you do? No.
No, the purple stuff was that jelly. I don't even know where that came into play at.
Did you maybe use it like kind of as a
Bro,
lubricant
Jelly,
or
what is he
something?
even talking about right now?
Is it a part you don't understand, or is it a part just embarrassing? In your own mind. You know what I mean? In your own mind. Because it's okay.
Bro, they are trying so hard to get him to say
I'm
it.
saying we understand that it's an embarrassing part. It's just not sure we understand that part. You know what I mean? It's okay that we understand it that way. Something I don't understand, I guess. Didn't have any.
But you put the jelly on the glove. Is that when you used her hand to rub your?
Bro, what did he do to that old woman?
Yeah.
This vile post-mortem assault was the nauseating reason the blackberry jam was found in the living room. Testing on the jar revealed the presence of male DNA, though it could not be matched specifically to Gavin. Similar testing revealed Margaret's DNA on the outside of the gloves and Gavin's on the inside, along with evidence of sperm. Male DNA was also found on her ripped underwear,
at this point.
And still, the horror continued.
And is that the same time that you were taking some of those pictures?
Yeah, after I took those pictures, well, like, what? That's when the shock set in? Yeah, it's like, what am I doing?
He took pictures of her body, too. What is wrong with this kid?
Yet Gavin still continued taking pictures. In addition to taking photographs of Margaret while she slept, unaware of the danger,
genuinely a monster,
he
bro.
also documented the revolting process of violating her dead body.
You know, there's a couple of videos of you kind of peeking over the edge of the couch and videotaping her. When was that all done?
He was filming her body too, bro. This is evil.
On the same night. Why did I lie about anything? That was stupid. Like, I turned the corner and didn't see her. And we hid. And yeah, then I hid and I, like, you know, was taking my phone.
Still talking?
I was taking pictures to see if she was awake. I got you. And then she saw you. And we stood up and she saw me.
All of the photos and videos of Margaret were discovered in a hidden app on Gavin's phone, labeled Dark. It was password protected with the word murder.
This guy is evil.
As if that wasn't enough, something else police found on Gavin's phone only solidified the case against him. The day Margaret's body was found, Chris Ramsey sent a text to her son alerting him of the police presence in their neighborhood,
The password was literally
which said,
murder, bro.
"They're looking for someone." Gavin's casual reply of, "Well, that's Wadsworth for you," was undercut by the fact that he then immediately looked up Margaret Douglas dead and Margaret Douglas, Wadsworth, Ohio.
Bro searched it up.
He deleted
right after
the search
acting all
history,
casual.
but forensic technicians were able to recover the information. Damningly, at the time of Gavin's search, Margaret's death had not yet been publicized. There was only one horrible way he could have known why the police were there and what had
He
happened.
literally Googled it before anyone even knew.
To hurt Margaret like that? No. No.
Please note that at this point, the male detective stepped out for a moment, leaving Gavin alone with the female detective.
Are you sorry this happened?
Yeah, I'm really sorry that I did all of this.
Were you sorry about all of this before you got caught?
Yeah, like I constantly, like, I think about it a lot. And
Bro, you were not
I
sorry.
feel,
You
like,
literally
bad about
password
what I
protected
did.
it with murder.
Like, I don't, like, I feel bad. I know it's wrong, but I can't express the emotion.
Once again, Gavin's journal suggested a far more
you can't
wicked
express
truth.
emotion because
He
you don't
wrote,
have any.
"I don't care that I feel the way I do, but I need counseling before I completely go off the deep end and do something that literally ruins my life. I wouldn't feel bad if I killed someone, but I don't want to sit
He literally
in
just
prison."
told her he felt
If
bad. What a
you're
liar.
alive in front of you, what would you say to her?
I'm sorry. That was never meant to happen.
His journal literally said he wouldn't feel bad.
There's a subtle upward inflection when Gavin says, "I'm sorry." His monotonous and emotionless tone is a stark contrast from earlier. It appears he can cry for himself, but not others. Still, Gavin seemed to find
only cries
something
when
else
it's about
far
him.
more
That's
troubling
textbook.
than the life he took.
I think if my dad sees me, he's gonna go to freaking jail. Because
Unfortunately, it's going to affect everybody.
yeah, I know. Well, it's gonna ruin our family name.
He's worried about his dad, not the woman he killed.
Gavin's parents waited in the lobby of the police station for the duration of their son's interrogation. To say they were distraught when the police broke the news that their son was a killer would be an
That
understatement.
family is destroyed because of him.
All the phone contained images of Margaret before and after her death, as well as videos of your son with her.
No. They are telling his parents this.
Engaging in sex with her. Was she still alive when he was doing that? I don't believe. Oh my God.
That parent just found out the worst thing imaginable.
This isn't happening. This isn't real.
I wanted you to know, I spoke to the director of the juvenile detention facility. I explained
They already talking about where he's going.
He was highly emotionally distraught. I asked him to fill our watch.
Okay.
I've asked him to take, to keep him under 24/7 observation.
Okay.
I know this is
They gotta watch him after all that.
I just know right now.
It's a horrible set of circumstances. You deserve to know he will be tried as an adult. Oh my God, 98 years old. Just living out her days.
She was just living her last days in peace mode.
And I'm mother all these people out here. And it's my son.
Does Gavin understand he's going to prison? Probably for us.
Incidentally, Gavin was wondering the same thing.
What do you think's even going to happen?
His mom is shattered, and he worried about himself.
I think you're going to go to juvenile detention. And you're going to do some time in jail.
How long do you think?
I don't know. I just don't know, Gavin.
I'll be honest. This Saturday,
He really asking how long, like, bro, you killed someone.
just 5 days from now, I was gone. I was leaving.
You're going to run?
Because the only reason I didn't yesterday, because I knew my mom just took out
Now he's
my
bringing up
money
taking
from my
his own
insurance.
life.
And I knew my insurance doubled, so I had like no money.
Well, Gavin, I'm glad it's going to stop here. I'm glad this didn't go any further. Because I don't know that you would have been
The
able to
detective
change on
knows he
your
was
own.
planning worse.
No, it wouldn't. And I don't know, I had a pretty clear picture of what the next year looked like if I ran.
Unfortunately, I think you would have hurt more people. Was that in your plan?
He literally just admitted
That
he would have
wasn't
kept
in my
going.
plan, but I could see that happening.
On January 18th, 2019, Gavin was convicted of aggravated murder, aggravated burglary, kidnapping, and abuse of a corpse.
He deserves every
He
single
was
charge.
given a life sentence for murder, along with 10 years each for burglary and kidnapping, and an additional year for kidnapping to be served consecutively. Originally, he was meant to
Life
serve
plus
life
all
in
those
prison
years
without the
stacking up.
possibility of parole, but changing legislation for minors who were tried as adults renders Gavin eligible for release after 25 years in 2043.
Please don't do this to me. We were playing on the Ouija board, and he was talking about how he wants to summon a demon
They
into
went
the
from
house.
Ouija board to stabbing.
The complete switch. It was the scariest thing I ever saw.
When dispatchers in Spokane, Washington answer a 911 call, an urgent cry for help is followed by chaos and screaming on the other end of the line. Police respond to
This
a
is
scene
already
where a
so
man
intense,
lies
bro.
naked and stabbed. A woman stands soaked in his blood, and a third person has vanished, leaving behind a trail of questions and the fractured remains of a night gone
three people,
horribly
one
wrong.
stabbed, one
The
bloody, one
following is
gone.
based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. It's just before 6 a.m. on August 13th, 2020, when the call comes
Okay,
in.
so this all went down at 6 in the morning.
Hello? The person stabbed me at my house.
What, ma'am? I barely hear you. What's going on there?
Please don't do this to me.
Ma'am.
This is the 911 call from the intro.
Hello, sir. Ma'am.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, ma'am. This is 911. Where are you at right now?
This call is so chaotic, bro. She sounds terrified.
Please, stabbed multiple times. She's not breathing well. He's a correctional officer. I can hear his breath through the wounds. Just relax, please, Anthony. I have you. You're okay.
Hearing his breath through the wounds is horrifying.
Okay.
Yes, I'm covering his wounds.
Where's the person that stabbed him?
He's trying to run away.
He ran away?
Yeah. Please stop. Please hurry.
Wait, so the attacker just ran off into the night.
Haley. Haley, do you know who did this? His name is Edward Martinez. Edward Martinez.
And is it your boyfriend that stabbed?
My boyfriend stabbed my ex-husband. He can hardly breathe.
Okay.
Wait, the boyfriend stabbed the ex-husband.
Yeah, we're getting there, okay?
The assailant, 19-year-old Edward Eddie Martinez, has already fled on foot. Officers arrive to find the neighborhood quiet, one pausing on the sidewalk to question nearby residents.
You guys see
So
anybody
Eddie
take
just
off
ran
from
off
here?
into the night like
You guys see anybody run away from here?
Although officers don't yet realize the horrific scene waiting just inside the house,
they have no
they're about
idea
to
what they're
witness it
walking
firsthand.
into.
Still on the phone with Haley, the dispatcher attempts to get more information to help guide them to the residence.
What color is your house?
My house.
The house that you're at.
Just
Come
answer
on.
the question.
Help me, Haley.
He is dying.
Haley, Haley, come out front and make yourself known to officers.
They got to get her out safe right
You
now.
can, because the sooner you come out, the sooner we can help him.
Kill me.
Okay, come out front.
Just take me to the I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Come on out.
That dispatcher is holding it together so well right now.
Where's our victim at? Dog's friendly? Hi, dog.
Hi, puppy. No, it's okay. Where's he at?
He's in here.
Keep that door open.
Keep that door
Girl
open.
said hi, puppy, in the middle of a
Spokane
crime
police.
scene.
Spokane police.
Anybody else need your man? Yes.
Yeah, we need max supplies now.
25-year-old Anthony lies nude on the bedroom floor, drenched in blood and barely clinging to life.
Oh, we need chest seals, bro. In the back!
Medics in now, please. He's still alive, but hey, partner, Spokane police. I got a faint pulse still, but got it.
Male, 30s.
Several.
Paramedics rush to Anthony's aid, but with little room to work, they quickly ready a gurney to move him
They
outside.
gotta save him, man. Come on.
Meanwhile, an officer attempts to get critical information from Haley about the missing suspect.
Okay, quickly. I know this is traumatic, and I'm gonna have a bunch of questions.
Bro, at least the officer is being
We
real
gotta
with
start
him.
with the very basic.
He's not from here. He doesn't
who
know the
is
area
he?
very well. His name is Edward Andrew Martinez. He's
Okay.
from Sacramento, California.
Okay.
So
Where
he
was
came all
he
the way
last
from
seen?
Sacramento
He
for
was
this.
begging me to come out with him. I was in the bedroom holding him.
Come out where?
He begged me to take him somewhere. He didn't
Okay.
grab
So
the
the
car. He
suspect
begged
wanted
me
her to drive him away.
Where did he go?
I don't know. The only place he knows is J&K Liquor Up.
Last time you saw him, what was he wearing?
He was wearing blue denim shorts.
They gotta find
and
this
he
dude
was wearing
fast.
dark blue loafers. And he was wearing a shirt, a t-shirt. I don't remember what
color?
it was.
You don't remember?
No, I only saw his bottom half. I was letting him to get out.
She
Paramedics
only
attempt
saw
to
his
control
bottom half,
Anthony's
bro.
bleeding,
That is
but with
terrifying.
countless stab wounds ravaging his body, their efforts are quickly overwhelmed.
Stabbed at
Everywhere, upper torso, a couple on the back.
Let's go.
We have one more
That's
sticker.
brutal.
Got an uncovered stab wound upper right.
Yeah.
You want to start?
Compression.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna start compression.
We're going to work him here. We're just going to go.
They gotta move him
Need another
now, bro.
sticker? Does it
He's
matter at this
fading.
point?
If you have one,
Yeah, hell yeah.
Leaking big time.
You just want to leave us with every sticker you got. That'd be great.
The officer continues pressing Haley for details about the suspect and soon learns the three share a far more tangled relationship than he could have ever imagined.
How do you know him?
We met online a few weeks ago.
Were you guys in a dating relationship or something?
Yeah, we were talking online
a few
for
weeks
like a
ago,
week
and
or
this
two,
happened.
and I went down to California, picked him up,
Okay.
and brought him down here.
So has he been living here?
Yes, he's been living here for about 2 months.
The male
2
who's
months
been
with someone you
injured,
met online,
He's my ex-husband.
does he live here as well?
Yes.
Okay. Did those two get into it over something?
I'm sorry to disclose so much, but we were all
She
like
can't even get the
messing around
words
in
out.
the
This is
bedroom,
heavy.
and
Okay. Just prior to this?
And he just snapped, and he was all into it, and I don't know why.
Was everybody drinking today?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys were all messing around in the bedroom.
Of course they
What
were
started-
drinking,
what
bro. Of
precipitated
course.
The stabbing.
I think that he couldn't get there, or he couldn't get hard, and I think that he was just intimidated or something.
By your ex? So that's why he's nude? Okay. How did the
So this
stabbing?
whole thing started over that.
Just messed around on the bed, and he said it was okay. And the next thing I know,
Said what was okay?
Edward said it was okay that we were messing around.
Okay.
And then he started stabbing Anthony in the back, and Anthony said, "Ow, stop! What are you doing?"
He said it was okay,
And
and then
just
started
jumped up,
stabbing
and
him.
He just kept going out, and Anthony around the bedroom trying to get away. He
Okay.
just kept stabbing him.
Okay, so he was trying to flee while they were in there? Are you injured?
No, I'm
This
not.
whole
I told him I
situation
was,
is
so he'd
absolutely
leave.
insane.
The officer escorts Haley to his cruiser where she can stay warm, given that all she's wearing is a blood-soaked robe. The front seat affords her a clear view of paramedics fighting to save Anthony.
It's okay.
Blood-soaked
he's got a
robe
pulse,
watching
he's
them
all
try
right.
to save him.
Okay.
That's heavy.
Haley, I need you to listen to me, all right? We need to think real hard where he would have gone.
They gotta find this dude before he hurts someone else.
He really doesn't know anything down here. We go to the dispensary, or we go to the...
Does he have any friends here?
No.
Okay.
He's literally got no one here. Oh, God.
Haley, look at me, okay? Haley, don't look over.
She's breaking down. This is so heavy.
Oh, no.
Anthony is loaded into the ambulance, which makes its way to a nearby hospital.
Man, I really hope he pulls through.
Okay.
If I would have known he was in any danger, I wouldn't have let any of this happen.
No, I understand.
Officers secure
She's
the house
really
with
blaming
police
herself
tape
right
and
now.
begin
That's
searching the
rough.
vehicles in the driveway in case Eddie may have hidden inside. During their search, they discover a uniform, which Haley clarifies belongs to Anthony, who works as a correctional
They're
officer.
searching everything out there
Afterward,
right
the
now.
officers share grim remarks about the severity of Anthony's injuries.
There was a lot of Singer sewing machine.
I was looking at his front, and he was stabbed up here.
Shin
Singer
sliced
sewing
open.
machine. What does that even mean?
Like a dad rolled him over. Like it looked
And he had
like he just
4 more on his back.
I'd say he's upwards of 20-ish stab wounds.
Well, they were in the middle of having intercourse, and so they were all kind of intermingled with that.
Wait, so that detail from earlier
Suspect started
makes
stabbing
sense
the
now.
victim in the back, and then they started running around, suspect chasing, and then it was... Yeah.
As they continue, one officer shares the reason for their delayed entry into the house.
Wait, why were they delayed getting in there?
There's no screaming. There's no sound of anything going on.
That sounded kind of weird. You guys are like,
And I was like, are we sure it's... And then she finally came out, and well, I was like, yeah,
So
we're
they
at
were
their
just
house.
standing outside confused.
Was he conscious? The victim? I wouldn't say conscious, but he was taking some gasping breaths, and he would move every once in a while.
That's called agonal breathing.
That's not good.
Agonal breathing is basically the body shutting down.
And they picked him up and carried him out on his gurney.
That's pretty. There was some of that, like the gelatinous.
Well, but yeah. He had bubbles
They can't
coming
even
out of his
finish the
armpit.
sentence. That's how bad it is.
I've never seen so many chest seals on one person.
Haley provides officers with a photo of Eddie to help them as they organize a search. Still, her greatest concern is for Anthony, fearing that any hope of saving him
After all
is
that,
already
I don't
gone.
blame her one bit.
Well, I'm not trying to give you false hope, but I'll tell you too, if he was expired, that ambulance would have never left this location. So he was alive when he left here.
It's actually really reassuring to hear.
Like, I didn't even pretend type thing, you know.
That's well, sounds like it happened really fast.
Okay. Even know.
A canine tracker and drone operator worked together to scour the neighborhood, hoping that
They
Eddie
gotta
may
find
still
this
be
dude
somewhere
fast.
nearby, but there's no trace of him until 7:13 a.m. when Sacramento dispatchers contact Spokane police.
Crime check, what are you reporting?
Hi, my name's Katie. I'm a dispatcher with Sacramento Police Dispatch. I've got a caller on the other line whose
Sacramento.
son called
That's
him
in
from Spokane,
California.
Washington,
How did he get
saying
there?
he was running for his life. Is this the correct phone number?
He's in Spokane, yeah.
Yeah, okay, let me bring her on. Okay, ma'am, you're connected with Spokane Police.
So his
Go
mom
ahead.
is getting looped
How
in
long
now.
ago did your son call you?
At 7:08.
So about 5-7 minutes ago. And he said he was running for his life. Did he say where he was at?
That's what he told us, and he said
So
he was
Eddie
at
called his
the
mom in
1500
Sacramento.
block of Wesley Avenue there in Spokane, Washington. There's a park near there, and he was walking in there, running in an alley, and saw some stranger and asked if he could use
So
the
he
phone.
called his mom from the scene.
Their phone.
Any reason why he didn't call 911 himself?
Yeah.
What's his first name?
His first name is Edward.
Edward? Let me see if we've got any calls from an
called his
Edward.
mom.
1 second. No, it doesn't look like it. Seems odd that he wouldn't call 911 and just call family in another state. Did he say exactly
That's actually
what was going
suspicious. Why
on?
not call 911?
He just said that he was running for his life.
Following the tip on his location, Eddie was quickly found and arrested without incident,
So he called
which was
his mom
relayed over
instead
the
of
radio to the
911,
canine
and
search
that
unit.
led them right to him.
Yo! Sweet. Attaboy. Surprised that went peacefully.
Well, thanks, Mom, for calling.
Right? Heck yeah.
Eddie is taken to the police station for
His
an
own mom
interrogation,
snitched on him.
where
That's
detectives
crazy.
will soon try to unravel how a seemingly consensual encounter erupted into a violent bloodbath. As he waits for the interview to begin, his unsettled voice fills the empty room.
Did he just say alien, bro? What?
She's still working on not me. Doesn't mean I should have taken his life. He's tired of being a landlord. He's tired of it. It's more.
Hey, Eddie?
He knows what he did, and
when
he's
you
still
prepared to go
talking
back?
to himself.
Eddie, my name is Brian Sesnick. I'm a detective at the police department. It's Detective Doug Strosall. They tell you this room is recorded, audio and video recorded. Obviously, it's a police station.
Here comes the interrogation. Let's see what he says.
Well, the reason I'm here is obviously to find out what happened. That's my job. My hope is that I can just talk to you and tell me whatever you want. I'm just here to get facts.
The detective
All right,
reads
detective,
and
let's see how
explains
he
his
handles
Miranda
this.
rights before continuing.
With these rights in mind, do you wish to answer my questions?
Is it alright if I have a lawyer present?
You would like a lawyer?
Yes.
Bro, yes, get
It
a
is.
lawyer. What are
Though
you
it
doing?
seems the interview is over before it begins, what the detective shares next changes everything.
So what's going to happen? We're going to have someone come in here. They're
Wait,
going to
he asked for a lawyer,
we're seeking a search warrant to get photographs, buccal swabs, which is your DNA. They'll be in here. When that's done, you're going to be booked into jail. You're going to be charged with first-degree
Yeah,
murder.
he is cooked.
Okay.
He's dead.
He is dead. You killed him. If you change your mind and decide you want to talk to me about this, you can always send a kite.
Yeah.
Send a kite, bro. That's jail talk.
I know what I did, and I'm not going to deny it.
Eddie has read his rights once more before questioning begins.
So before we go into everything, I just want to ask, why did you say you wanted an
Here
attorney
we go.
and then
He's
decide
ready to talk now.
Talk? Is it because you didn't think he was dead? I mean, what?
No, it's just. I don't know. I'm thinking too much about it.
Thinking too much about it.
I've been thinking
Bro,
about
you were
too
not
much
thinking
lately,
too
and I
much.
get
You
it.
just found out he died.
What's going on with your life?
I just been off a lot, and I'm like just not doing the right thing, and it took me over mentally, and thought I was going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows what he did was
Literally
wrong
thought
the whole
that there's
time.
like someone else in my head. Like I'm not the only one in my head. Might need testing because I don't know.
Do you have a
You just
counselor?
waived your rights
No.
now. You setting up an insanity defense.
What are the tattoos?
So yeah,
Oh,
tree with S's.
That's a tree of life.
What about the K on your finger?
My girlfriend's got a matching Q.
Oh, okay. Does it mean anything, or is it just because
we're
Bro,
together?
you just confessed to murder. And
Well,
now we're
probably not
talking
more,
about
but-
tattoos.
Yeah.
Eddie explains he first met Haley on the dating app Badoo.
I guess I was the first one to like her on the profile, and she matched with me. And
Bro is
from
talking
there,
about dating apps right
we just
now.
clicked. Like, it just felt so natural talking to her. And, you know, I was at a point in time where I just couldn't trust anybody around me. Even people
Bro,
that I loved
you literally
sometimes, I
just
just
stabbed
thought
someone
were
in their
shifty. And, I don't know. I've just been seeing things in early up way.
He tells the detective that Haley lived with him temporarily in Sacramento before deciding to return home to Spokane.
So she went back to
I
Spokane
was
where
gonna
all
stop
this
her or
happened.
something like that. And a lot changed after that. Like I like literally just cut everybody off for my new life.
Sure. What all did you know about her at that point?
Well, I knew her situation, which she was still living
Here we
with her
go now.
husband, who
We getting into it.
claims to be divorced with.
Although Haley described Anthony as her ex-husband, their divorce wasn't yet finalized at the time of the incident.
And I, at first, was okay with the idea of it because I didn't
So
think
she was
any.
still
She
married
told me,
this
you know,
whole
he's not going to be on no weird. He's not gonna do the things that he did do and did drive me off the edge.
So how was the living situation in the house?
It was fine, you know. For a while, it just
Fine for a
functioned.
while never
Everything
means
just
it stayed
worked.
fine.
And there were moments where I would find text messages between them of things I didn't want to see, and that, you know, I kept telling her about it. I keep telling her, and she keeps ignoring it. You know.
After news of
Bro, she was
Anthony's
still
murder
talking to her
broke to his
ex-husband the
family,
whole time.
some were quick to point blame at Haley.
I'm curious as have they arrested his wife? Anthony's
The
wife.
family already knows
If not,
what's
you'll
up.
need to put her in cuffs. All right. And so, for what reason? Apparently, what they said on PH2 on their website said that the two men live together. Right. Anthony's
Yeah, the
married.
family already knows something is off here.
The suspect is his wife's boyfriend. I just think that she needs to be looked at pretty seriously.
This girl
honestly,
has created this situation. This person who stabbed my nephew, she is just as responsible for this as he is.
But as investigators have learned, things among the three
already
seemed
knows what's
cordial
up.
until last night, when, according to Eddie, everything shifted after they began partying and playing an unusual game.
We started taking shots of gin.
How many shots did y'all take? I mean, did you?
Oh, so now we're getting to the Ouija board night.
We had like 4 shots each. Okay. It was like one of the bigger Master Jam gin bottles, and we just took that. And we also took a couple dabs.
So alcohol and dabs before a Ouija
dabs,
board.
right?
Yeah, that explains
Well,
a
you
lot.
tell me, just so we're on the same page.
It's like a THC wax, and they get it really hot and inhale it. Yeah.
Okay.
So alcohol and dabs
So y'all
before
were
a
sitting
Ouija
around doing
board.
that. How were things
that
going
tracks.
at first?
At first, we were playing. It was pretty weird. We were playing on a Ouija board.
Playing on a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Anthony was talking about how he wants to summon a demon into the house, even though he thinks the house is full of good
Bro,
spirits.
they were
and
using a Ouija board. This explains
summoned
everything.
named Zozo or whatever. He was like begging for Zozo to come and like, you know, be there, and the thing moved to where he wasn't going to be there. Like, they said no. And I asked her a
Even the
couple
spirit
things
said, nah,
and
bro.
got some interesting answers.
After attempting a demonic summoning through the Ouija board, they turned on some music, and sometime after midnight, Eddie says that Haley came to him with a proposition.
Haley comes on to me.
Proposition after midnight with the Ouija
Wants
board.
me to have
vibes,
sex with
bro.
her right in front of him, and he's sitting like right there, like on the corner, at that distance from the bed. And
so, whose room are you in now?
We're in ours, and he's just in there.
However,
Wait, so
Eddie's
they all in the
version of
same
what
room
happened
for
doesn't
this?
quite align with what Haley told an officer at the crime scene.
I don't know, like, he just got too up tonight or just lost it or what.
And he wasn't doing
terrible.
anything besides smoking weed and drinking gin.
No.
And it was
Just
their
wait and
plan.
Jen.
Like I
Yeah,
like
sure,
went
that
in on
explains the
it. 'Cause
stabbing.
So do he and Anthony get along? Is their plan to have this sexual encounter with all of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait, Haley is
You know,
saying it was
I
their plan
was
together.
really drunk, so I couldn't work anything up for some reason. I get that drunk sometimes. I can't. My body just goes numb. And I have a
So you couldn't get hard.
Yeah, basically.
Bro, the detective is not.
So what
holding
happens
back.
next?
She starts trying to get me somewhere. It's not working. We start messing around, and then Anthony starts coming up, rubbing mine and her feet. And just, I don't know, like, it made me feel uncomfortable, but, I was already uncomfortable. So it just, like, added to it, and I don't know, I started feeling a deep anger inside of me. Just building. And, like, after a while, I literally took a step in the bathroom. Light wasn't on.
That anger is the demon talking.
And all I can think in my head, as soon as I walk in that bathroom, is, like, literally, I went to find a knife and then lost it.
Eddie then left the bathroom and retrieved a small folding knife from the living room mantel
looking
above
for it
the
on
fireplace.
purpose, bro.
And then obviously you went back to the bedroom.
Right. And
did you say anything to them?
No. I actually kind of did this pretty sneaky. And that's what I feel bad about, is I was pretty sadistic about it. I took the knife and I literally hid it between my ass
He literally
cheeks.
just admitted
So
to
no one
being
would see me
sadistic.
walking in.
You were completely naked at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
And sure enough, when I sat down, I moved it to where I could easily grab it. And then I said, well, since you guys are doing this right here, you might as well change the view, you know?
His cheeks, and now
And I
he's
got him to
making a
turn around where
speech.
Anthony's back was facing me.
So how were they when you walked in?
They were facing me on the bed when I was sitting like this on the bed when I laid down and hid the knife. And then I
This
picked up
man
my
is
phone
describing
and
it like a horror movie.
not my phone. I picked up her phone because they said turn the light on, and I turned the light on and used that as a distraction.
The light on the
Planned
phone.
every single detail of
And I
this.
just did what I never thought I would do, ever. It was when I came back in the room taking a piss,
Mm-hmm.
and I see him not giving a telling me to join in, knowing that I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
Bro is trying to justify
And
what he
I don't know
did.
what it was, but just seeing that and thinking about like just everything else adding up, I felt like nothing mattered. And like literally, I said, F it. And I feel bad about it now. Like I feel remorse
Bro,
now.
you
I
planned all of that out. That's not
genuinely
just
miss
snapping.
Anthony because he was an alright friend. I don't know what drove me to take his life. I couldn't stop. Like, because I used to go hunting, so I know the feeling of taking life. I used whenever we get a deer, the dog would go fetch
did
it,
he
and it
just
wasn't quite
compare this
dead.
to
And he
hunting
shoot it
a
with a
deer?
shotgun, brings it back. I had to snap the necks of them, and that actually gave me a rush. It's pretty gnarly. I haven't gone hunting in so long.
Gives him a rush.
Did this give you a rush while you were doing it?
It was like very short-lived because when I stabbed it, I literally, I had no idea. I just lost
You can't
control
even
and I
say it,
gained it
bro.
all
This is
back, but
heavy.
that's when it was too late.
At the scene, Haley described what happened just as Eddie began his vicious assault on Anthony.
And he was telling Aaron, then he was telling Eddie to stop, that he was hurt, that he's really hurt.
How many times do you think he stabbed him?
Oh God, so much. Probably before I thought he was like punching him at first. It was probably 15, 16 times between the back and the chest. I could literally hear each of the holes like gasping
15,
for
16
breath in his
times, bro.
lungs.
That's not losing control.
How big is the knife?
Probably about 4 inches. It was a utility silver knife. It was kind of boxy.
Was it like a 4-inch long blade?
Yeah.
The folding utility
this is
knife was
horrific.
recovered at the crime scene, its blade and handle stained with Anthony's blood.
Did you say anything to him?
No. Well, I think I said some words out of fury, but it wasn't any like rational words. It was probably just anger.
What did he say?
First thing he said was, "Please stop. You can talk about this."
What about Haley? What was she doing?
She just kept saying, "You're scaring me. You're scaring
She
me."
just had to sit there and watch all that.
Like a light switch. It the scariest thing I ever saw. And he hit me on the bed. He said, "You're gonna go. We're gonna go." I'm like, "No, why would you do that?"
Say that again.
So now he turned
He hit
on
me on
Haley
the bed
too.
and said, "We're gonna
This
go,"
dog is
and I
pure
said,
evil.
"No."
The 911 call captured Eddie's desperate plea alongside Haley's frantic response.
So he tried to force you to go? Was he holding you at knife point when that happened?
No, he threw it on the bed.
He didn't have
He
the
threw the knife on
No,
the
he
bed.
threw it on the bed. He said, "You can't do this to me." And I said, "I got to." And I jumped down off the bed, away from his grasp, and started grabbing Anthony. And he started getting dressed. He said, "You gotta get me out of here. You gotta hide me." Like, I'm
Now
not
he
gonna
wants
hide you.
her
I
to
gotta
help
make
him
sure
escape.
you're okay.
Remember what you said to her?
Yeah. I think
What'd you say?
I said something along the lines of, "You have to help me. I can't go to jail."
Bro, you
Did
just
she agree
stabbed
to help
someone
you?
and you worried about jail.
I knew she wasn't going to.
Was Haley a part of this at all?
No. I think she knew it was up, though. In a
At
way.
what point?
Well,
Wait, so she already knew what he was
she told
planning?
me I sometimes have these like swings, mood swings, not really mood swings, but like just episodes where I just
Bro was
shift.
trying to
It's
explain away
it's
what he did.
Like psychologically just shift, and I'm just like, I don't give. Like that's the me that doesn't give a, kind of thing. And she can tell like when I'm being sadistic.
So he knows
just
he
in,
has
like
a
the way I
switch and
talk
she
and the
sees
things
it
that I
too.
say, as opposed to how I normally talk. And she knew because I was hinting at it, but I wasn't like being direct with it. I was kind of like smiling and laughing at her, and
Bro was smiling while telling her he
at
wanted
that
to
point,
kill
I
someone.
had just lost all.
She said you started doing that before you left the room to go to the bathroom.
Oh, that's because I think I was thinking about it.
He was
at that
already
time.
planning it
You
in
were
his
thinking
head.
that you were going to go get a knife?
Mm-hmm.
That was before you went pee, though.
Yeah.
In the story you just
No,
told.
no, that's not.
She said
They
while
were-
you were
they
sitting
were-
there, you had a look.
Yeah. And then when they started having sex when
So
I
she
came
could see
back,
the
that's when I
switch
got the
happening in real
knife
time.
and then made another trip. I actually don't remember it fully and in like all the right sequence, so I'm not lying, I'm just like,
No. You said you started thinking about it and you
Bro,
got that
your story
look.
keeps
and that's what
changing
she
every
knew.
time.
And she said that you had a weird look before you ever even went to the bathroom. And so I'm just wondering if, when you're in the room before you went to the bathroom, if
The
you started
detective is
thinking about
catching him
this,
in his own
or
timeline.
if it was really when you came back from the bathroom and
I think I started in the room. I was thinking about it. Now I'm like thinking all the way back. Like the premeditation started right there.
He
in the
just
room.
used the word
Before you even went to the
premeditation on
bathroom.
himself.
Right.
As the detective digs for any prior history of violence, Eddie suddenly drops an unexpected bombshell about Haley.
Oh, what else is
anything
there?
physical between you and him ever before this? No fighting at all.
He never.
How was you and Haley's relationship? Because obviously, I can only imagine the stress that would put on.
Well, our relationship was pretty rocky for a while. Like not too rocky. Like we genuinely
Rocky
love
is
each
an
other.
understatement,
At least
bro.
I
You
feel
stabbed
like,
him.
Mm-hmm.
even if whatever happens, and I honestly feel like we have a kid on the way.
You do?
Bro, you just stabbed
She's
someone and
pregnant?
now a kid on the way.
I did not know that. What do you want me to tell Haley?
It's just a lot. Is it possible if I can write it down a letter or something?
Absolutely.
Bro, you just
I'd
stabbed
rather
someone
do
and now
that.
you want to write a letter.
Once Eddie is left alone, he will soon resume talking to himself, spilling raw and unsettling thoughts into the empty room. Before stepping away to let him write, the detective answers one final urgent question about Eddie's legal fate.
What question could he possibly have right now?
I can't answer that. I can tell you I have been doing this a long time, and with the exception of like third strike cases, I have not had a life case.
Really?
So he's telling him he won't get life.
I literally thought like if you kill someone, you do life. Like I thought it was that serious.
You would think so, but well, it's not how our criminal justice system works. So.
After assuring Eddie that Haley will receive his
He really
letter,
thinks
the
he's not
detective
doing
leaves him
life for
alone
this.
to write. As he begins, he breaks down, consumed by the lasting consequences of his actions.
I'm not gonna see you for a while. I'm supposed to be a dad.
Man who just found out he's going to be a father, and now this.
I really hope I'm out of here in 9 months. I don't want the same thing I had to go through.
9 months, bro. You just killed someone.
Why did I follow my dad's footsteps?
Finished with his letter, someone returns to collect the pen. Once again left with only his thoughts, Eddie considers his plans for the future and reflects on a horrifying night that will haunt him
This
forever.
man has to live with that
The
forever.
time I get out, I try to go back for her. Her system's weird now. I can actually get out of this very easily. I'm crying most of my fluids out. I gotta stop crying.
What is he planning right now?
Got a hot sound like a just play it smooth all the way through. Eventually, find a way. Yeah, I killed a man. Stabbed him.
He really just said that out loud on camera.
He was raping my girlfriend. He got her drunk so he could rape her. To me, too. Thinking I was just gonna let it happen.
He really thought this man wasn't going to fight back.
You know, that's just me trying to justify it, though. I know what I did was wrong. You know, I have blood on my hands. Like, literally. But
he literally still has the blood on him right now.
At least in my own head. I know what I felt like I did what was right. It's just, I can't bring myself to think that was right. I could have
That
beat
guilt
his
is going to
ass.
eat him alive, man.
What I should have done. So it even have been a situation if I just beat the out of him. What the Why, Eddie? Why did you push yourself so far?
He's asking himself the real question right now.
It wasn't worth it. It didn't have to stab him. I wonder if I could find out more about this law system. Try
Bro,
to
you
get
need
out
to
really
figure
on
out
good
way more than the
behavior
law
or
system.
So I'll do whatever it takes. I just need to get back home to my lady and my child. That's all I want. I'm coming back home to you,
Bro,
baby.
you took a life. You can't just go back to
I'm
normal.
coming back home. Yeah, he thought it was good vibes I was sending out, but really, he took my vibes and killed them. And then I did the same.
25-year-old Anthony Brine suffered from a total of 20 separate stab wounds, including 14 to the chest and abdomen, 5 to
He
the
said
back,
8 times,
and
but it
1 to
was
the right
20.
arm. After investigators executed a search warrant to collect photographs, DNA, and his clothing, 19-year-old Edward Eddie Martinez was taken to jail. He was formally charged with first-degree
20 stab
premeditated
wounds, bro. He
murder,
said 8.
and following a trial in April 2023, was found guilty and sentenced to 27 years in prison. Although he filed an appeal in February 2025, the Court of Appeals upheld both his
27
conviction
years, bro.
and
That's
his
heavy.
sentence. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on
27
YouTube
years, man.
also
That whole
include
story
early
was
access
heavy.
to select new videos.